Well, we're back again, as promised. Monday. Who'd have thunk it? Kingslayers. Who'd have thunk it? We're still here. Welcome back. Last we left off.
What an intro.
God, it was a blur. God, it was a blur. I basically just sat here and let them roleplay. We had a betrothal, kind of, in the woad, and oaths sworn. We had just trauma of Svein being introduced to the group.
The fuckboy we didn't know we needed in our life.
Do you though?
Or wanted.
Jarnveer came up. You guys got to Undav. You got to see a couple of faces from previous campaigns, where we got to see Sinestis is now one of the lead elders of the city of Undav. You got to explore a little bit, experience the joy and bliss that is the Valyrium canopy, and live your best spa life for a night, and then get ready to sail on the lowest rung of sailing comfort, if you can even call it that, in the hammock area of all the sailors.
Could be worse.
You'd be dragged behind the boat, I suppose.
Or have to sleep on deck.
Yeah, look, that's true. However, you set out, you board Eurasian shipping with Roland, and the journey is now yours. You have about 2 days, as you'll be sailing around to try and get to one of the inner land masses. The ship will not be able to bring you directly in to Headspire in the middle, as it gets kind of fucky with all the tangle of the roots of the trees and the land masses. They're kind of interconnected, but not really. You'll have to navigate through the islands when you get onto one. However,
so I imagine for this ship, there's basically nothing in the way of privacy. It's all very much.
You have no private quarters,
and it's very much a working, merchant ship.
Yes,
I imagine. Yeah.
To be fair, it was kind of mentioned that that might be possible, just that it would need to be paid for.
Yeah. For the most part, does everyone seem to be just giving us a pretty clear wide berth and ignoring us?
Well, throughout the day, most of the people are there's some of the night crew that's sleeping, kind of throughout the day to be ready for the night. There's people kind of strewn about. You go to the last kind of what would be four sets of bunk bed hammocks, so to speak, as Jarnveer kind of looks at the wall of the ship and just goes, no, and he goes, opens a zipper through the wall, steps through, does not invite any of you inside.
Nice.
That's valid.
Jarnveer's magnificent mansion is for himself only.
Cal just looks at one of these days I want to be able to do that.
Jarnveer's I'm not sharing with these people.
That. If I wasn't Merc, I would dispel that.
Yeah, counterspell. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you. How many crew is there? Are there?
How big is this boat?
It's a large shipping vessel. There's maybe sailor-wise between security guarding the trade goods, people manning the rigging, about 30 people active on deck at any time.
Okay.
There's maybe 4 depth below the actual deck, 4 belows below, and then there's on either end of the ship there is a double story entrance side where there is more aristocratic sleeping arrangements and perhaps secure rooms for more delicate cargo.
You're more delicate cargo.
Were we told how much it costs for the for actual proper rooms?
No.
Okay. I guess I'll try and find Roland.
Okay.
If
so
he's easily accessible.
No, but you make your way to the top deck where they kind of split out into the different areas. You imagine the top deck below the steering is probably where the captain or Roland would sleep. This half-elven person kind of puts a hand up as you walk closer. They're not so much part of the people that are working on the rigging. They definitely look like more of the security detail to protect the cargo. They've got one short sword and one hand axe on either side, and just this bundled up in furs, deeply scarred across the face. Looks like they've seen a lot of battle. What do you want?
Well, I was hoping to speak with Roland, if possible. Just have a chat.
Was he expecting you?
No, but I suppose that, given we are passengers, probably thought that some of us would come to see him at some stage, I imagine, but nothing organized.
You're passengers. I thought you all were cargo.
Well, whatever you want to call us, I suppose.
I'll see if he's willing to speak to you.
Very well. Thank you.
Do you have a name?
Callus India.
Pleasure. As he turns around and goes through a door. You hear, poof, and you hear tick, 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 of like 3 locks. There's like low speech between 2 people on the inside. And fine. No, well, I'll pass on the message. As the half-elven gentleman comes back outside, goes, yeah, that's going to be a hard pass today.
All right, fair enough. Well, thank you for trying.
If you're awake at first light tomorrow, you can find everyone doing their morning meditations on the top deck.
Right. Noted. Thank you for that. I didn't quite catch who you were.
You didn't.
Right, I suppose that's fair enough. Good day to you.
Enjoy the ride.
As much as cargo can.
Just be good cargo. Don't make trouble. What is everyone else doing in this moment?
I feel like... Sorry, I was just going to say Merc is people watching and making sure that we are as safe as we can be on this vessel. Like, no one's, eyeing us up or anything like that.
Erusian shipping, it gets its cargo there safely. People are,
Cool.
keeping a wide breath. This is probably not the first time they've had people being brought places from one side of Lake Hetsbar to the other, but it's, you kind of get from the overall vibe that the crew don't really like it as much because it's just more people to be in the way and touch things that shouldn't be touched or go places that shouldn't be gone.
Have you guys seen? So this is very off topic. Have you guys seen The Legend of Korra?
Yes.
You know Varric?
Bits.
Yes.
Yes.
That's all this guy is.
He's worse,
I
I
know.
And
think.
it took me until
Yeah.
just now to
I
realize
was gonna say, Varric is kind of cooler. I mean, I'm gonna give it a buck.
Varric creates an artificial war between 2 tribes later.
This
Yeah.
guy is like Varric and
How
Jeff
cool.
Bezos having a love child.
Oh.
That's accurate. That's accurate.
Oh, I don't need those images.
Yeah, it's yeah, you wish. He's probably worse. So, America's people watching. Give me just a general perception check.
Righto.
General perception.
General. Such a dumb joke. Oh,
That's what
that
we do here.
is. I think that's a 27. What have I got? Yeah, 27. It's
27.
very general.
Yeah, you see like just general shadows moving through the more aristocratic like suites. There appears from what you perceive on the top deck that the ones on like the front end of the ship are completely vacant.
Mhm.
So Dornbeer's just like out. He's like not coming back, right?
Look, you can wait.
Okay.
He won't, but
Right, it's fine. I guess I'm gonna try to get to know Svein better.
Cool, because Fame wanted to find you anyway.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, that's cute.
Do you want to start that, or you want me to start? What do you want?
It's up to you. At some point, you both are going to run into each other, so whoever wants to speak first, speak first.
You can start.
Fantastic. Spain is going to be basically like very obviously looking around until like he almost looks over you, stops for a second, double takes back and goes, "Ah, the person I'm looking for. I want to try something. I want to see how good you are at stealth. I throw a challenge."
Okay.
Alright, hear me out, right?
Mhm.
Top of this fucking ship, we're gonna start from the very tip. We're gonna try and get as far as we can without being seen. First one to one of those forbidden rooms.
And what's in it for me?
Oh, a bit of fun.
So you want me to, for fun, with basically a stranger, break the one rule that we've been given?
We're not
to
gonna go
potentially get
into
thrown
it.
out of the
We're
boat.
not gonna go into it. We're not gonna get thrown off the boat. I guess technically off the boat. Fuck it.
Into the water, either
We're-
way. Well,
we're gonna-
for people who
first
can't
one touch
fly,
the
into the
doors.
water. Okay.
I don't expect
Just-
anyone to break into a room. That'd be fucking crazy. But that's the door. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. So
I feel like you were expecting a bit more
no,
fighting back.
no. It's Fane. Once Fane explained himself, it went exactly as he wanted it to, because he's going to cast Pass Without Trace on the two of us, and give us a spicy extra +10, and we're going to.
Oh, a bonus. Thank you.
Oh, she's gonna have like 50. Good luck.
Yeah, watch her roll like a 700 stealth.
I just want to see what she can do because
She will-
Fane's interested.
She will fall through the textures of the world. Do you understand, right?
She'll
watch-
open the back
watch-
rooms.
Watch the money still roll below Merc's passive, even with the +10.
Wow. Okay, show off. Let's see it.
So at the end of at the very tip of the ship, Fane's going to just like stretch up, limber up, hit his boots against the floor, and then he's going to attempt to roll stealth. And Des, I'm activating my boots of speed.
So that makes your total movement speed.
I get to double it if I remember correctly. My boots at what are they at?
are my boots at? They're on
yeah,
your
double
feet.
my true. Walking my walking speed is doubled, and then I can also dash as an action, so I can go pretty quick. So a 70 speed base, and then I can dash with that.
Okay.
How I roll for stealth. That's gonna be the big thing.
Okay. So you go to the bow of the ship, kind of top deck. There's a lot of people.
That's the point.
So let's start this by having you both roll stealth.
Math is hard. Why is math hard?
Because if it was easy, everyone would do it.
True. 35 total, including the plus 10.
41.
41. So, Merc, what's your passive? Either.
35 meets it, beats it. So I don't see her.
Hmm?
Because they're trying to beat. They make the first roll, don't they? So therefore, meets it, beats it.
It's not AC though.
I don't
That's not
think
AC.
so.
I think.
Or
One
is it?
second.
I think you
You
can
see
still
up
see
to
it.
35 and then nothing after that.
Yeah.
That's how I understand.
Okay then. Okay. I
you see
thought
space.
it was similar rules all along.
I
I
honestly
hope
don't
I
fucking know.
I hope I see Spain because that'd be funny as fuck.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, it's not AC. It's not a saving throw. It's like I would say, yeah, I'd say you see Svein. I'd say
Okay.
that is the passive option. So you see up to that. That's how I'm gonna say it. So as they start, Merc, you're on the top deck. They go up to the top of it. You're not. You see them go up. Zamani just disappears. Svein, very stealthy, but you can track him.
It's about whether or not Merc makes it obvious that she has seen him now.
No,
I think we get to that door.
I'm. Could I tell that there was a competitiveness as they were walking up to that spot?
I'd say you would have heard this with your passive perception.
What are you doing, Sven?
Ah, fuck it. I was trying to race. Let's try to race them. I don't. Where the fuck did she go?
But you notice as Merc says that, you'd be like, you're like 3/4 of the way like behind her, and she doesn't move. She's still looking forward, and she's just like,
Sorry, Faye can see the cloak. He is not blind.
Yeah.
He can see the billions of eyes.
So does
Yeah,
that
but-
automatically like Like Spain's out of it now?
Spain's out of it, yeah.
Okay. How far is it to the door?
Well, you've got to go, I'd say, to the door below. There's like a couple forbidden rooms, so it depends which one Spain had in mind. You mean like below deck, like back of the cargo area, like furthest possible point?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be quite far away from you.
Okay. Like within 500 feet?
Yeah, within 500 feet.
So if Spain had appeared stealthier than Zamani, she was just gonna dimension door there.
Bait.
You can't see her if she's not there.
Very based.
Yeah, you see,
But if
I think Spain is a little faster than you with the boots of speed active, so you see,
which is why she was going to
Spain
dimension
like
door.
pulls out straight away and Merc just cops it, and you're like, ah.
Yeah. So instead of going towards the door, she's just gonna like being super stealthy, just like flick him on the back of the head and go, "You got caught real
Ow.
fast."
Fuck, that one can see really well. It's not my fucking fault.
Oh no!
None of the
that
other
one can-
motherfuckers saw me.
That one can see really well. What was
That
the
one
rule?
has a name.
Anybody sees you?
Yeah, look, he fucking got me. That's I tried to sneak past the person with a billion eyes. That's my fucking fault.
Thanks for being on deck, Merc.
I don't think there's a billion. That's right, money. But
Next time, could you fuck off somewhere else so I could beat? It'd be funnier next time.
I mean, it was kind of funny.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
very funny. You were just
It was a
but-
little
Yeah,
funny.
true. It was very funny. What did Pass Without Trace look like for Spain?
Svane's is very much to himself. It is. I don't know if you've played Apex Legends or seen Apex Legends, but there is a character called Bloodhound who, when they activate their ability, everything else goes grey, and then there is essentially red markings and red people. He essentially sees the quietest path in red and follows it.
Okay, so there'd just be like a little flare of magic and then not much else is seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. I mean, you did a lot better than I could do, Svein. I mean, I tend to jingle quite a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, to
I
be
mean-
fair, you do have quite the disadvantage that you're wearing.
The whole Eldritch horror vibe probably doesn't fucking help much either. Weird, cool
Yeah.
looking. Probably didn't
I
help.
mean, the design wasn't my choice, but it's helped us more often than not.
No, I've gathered that much.
I should wash it eventually. Can you wash magic items?
You have to make sure you keep the soap out of its eyes.
It's a good
Oh
question.
god. Wait, if I got stoned, would the cloak get stoned? Just a bunch of
Wait, that's a
red
fucking.
eyes.
Can you like look like there's things they call basilisks? Yeah, they fuck you up if you look at them. Does that fucking do you just die? Like how the fuck does that work?
Yeah, I mean, I can't close my eyes. Like, as in, I can close these ones.
I guess that
But
would depend.
every
Does it
other
count
eye
as
is open.
direct or indirect sight? Because if it's indirect
No,
sight, you should be
it's-
okay, right?
No, I've got quite a good understanding of this cloak with, you know, the amount of time I've worn it, and yeah, I
So it would just
cannot be
straight fuck you up.
considered to be closed or averting my eyes while wearing this cloak. So I would just, I mean,
You'd at least
I
get
have
like
enough
petrified or
resilience,
something, right?
if I have enough resilience, maybe I might be able to survive it, but yeah, I'm not sure. I know that, I mean, I can blind myself really easily with, like,
Oh yeah, when you
light-based
flashbanged yourself
magic.
earlier when you jumped off of the top of the tree.
I mean, I more did that just to see what it was like, and it was like.
I'm
ouch.
sorry, I flashbanged myself just to see what it was like.
I mean, fucking respect it, really.
I mean, if you've got a, you know,
I mean, isn't it gonna
A
be the
magical
same as
item
if
that
you
can do-
flashbanged yourself without a cloak of eyes?
don't know what a flashbang is, but I'm pretty sure that,
I do.
like,
It happens in
If
like
you
10
have-
seconds flat.
okay. fair
Sounds
enough.
like you should try a
Um,
little harder.
Yeah, I feel like if you have a magical item that can do multiple different things, You should try all the multiple different things at least once, otherwise you're not using the item.
Yes,
to
you
its full
should try
potential.
out multiple different things to figure out what your preferences are in life. Yes, that's very true.
I mean, without it, we wouldn't have met. What was it, Doug? Was it Doug?
Well,
No.
you wouldn't have met
Yes,
Doug. We
Doug.
didn't meet Doug.
Yeah.
He wasn't very
That's
important to you, was he? You seem to have forgotten who he is.
Yeah, just
I
because
mean,
Merc's
I
bad
sort
at
of
names
just-
doesn't mean that she doesn't like people. Leave her alone.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I sort of named them. I didn't know their actual name. I didn't ask their name. They weren't overly vocal. I don't know if they could be overly vocal.
They were
liked
invisible
stories.
creatures set to protect a king.
Gotcha. I thought we were just making shit up again.
No, Merc is quite honest about things. It's just a lot of times people don't quite believe us when we say things.
Yeah,
I mean, I lie
yeah,
about
but
things a lot, but
To be fair, when someone comes up to you and says that they've found a fucking creature that they've named Doug and then couldn't also remember what they called it, like, you know, admittedly, it sounds a little bit like you're making shit up on the spot.
We've been through a lot of trauma lately. I did make up the name on the spot, but yeah, we've been through a lot of shit lately. A lot
That's
of shit.
The
And,
fuck you been
you know,
we lost a friend, almost got eviscerated by a very highly capable wizard, then got kicked out of the country. That's just the
Yeah.
most latest thing.
That's why I don't really associate myself with the country.
Met the protection of
Yeah.
God.
yeah, that
What?
was fun. Yeah, like.
Phoebus got murdered by a giant. What was he?
Yeah, that was
He
fun.
was
A
half-
giant who could turn into a bird, a giant bird, a rock.
Yeah. Almost got completely murdered by a gone crazy magic user who was related to Cal.
Yeah, the monkey's uncle.
I'm sure
had
killed
to-
some of you.
Joke. Hmm.
Actually, on the
I mean-
Kel thing, I probably should ask him, but what the fuck's up with his hand? Or specifically the lack thereof.
No, we cut it off for
We all-
magic.
Yeah, we all make sacrifices in order
I
to
wasn't.
get what we need.
We didn't really bring it up. I figured it was a sensitive topic, so I did want to ask him. Maybe it was like lost, and I figured I'd ask around before I went to him about it.
Technically, it was
Some
lost.
people
but it
some
was
people
lost
are
by
sensitive
choice.
about missing body
That's
parts.
also quite private, so I'm not going to go into any more detail. So,
Yeah,
okay,
I
Des.
think it'd be a good conversation.
Yeah.
Good conversation to have.
Also,
with
I want to see
Cal.
just how much he opens up to you, because I doubt it's going to be a lot.
Oh, I don't know. I could be pretty friendly.
Oh god, he sounds
Your
like
brand of
me,
friendly
like
and his
actually
brand of
me.
friendly don't get along very well so far. It seems
Oh,
like.
no.
Nah, we're
AJ.
fine.
I mean, you have the confidence. Whether it's foolish or just self-assured, that's a. We'll see.
It is from a lifetime of doing well and not dying, which is the main thing. The not dying part really makes you confident about not dying.
Stick around long enough,
you
you'll
ever-
get there.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Have you
worried
ever-
about this group. My old group, we didn't have that issue. You
Well,
know?
no,
We
they
didn't-
had that
we
issue.
didn't
You
die.
just didn't.
Well, actually, that's a fair point. I did kill one of them.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Actually, a question that I don't think has come up yet. So, the little bit of magic that you can do, can you heal?
Nah. But yeah, no, absolutely.
Good. We have a severe lack of that. I am that lack. It's just me, really.
Oh, I thought you were
You're not a
saying
lot.
you didn't heal. I mean, you do you, I guess, but that's fucking weird.
Merc,
No,
your healing
no,
is
I meant-
wonderful. We have you and
I
we
meant
have
I was
Rainer's
the only
potion
one
so
who-
far. Anything more is definitely helpful.
Yeah, I
My
didn't mean to be
night.
down on myself.
Hi, Crimson.
So,
And
I
I can use cure wounds, and I also have access to being able to revive people with revivify. So
Oh, that'll be very
Ooh.
helpful.
Merc will start like rummaging through her bags. In that case, I feel like we should spread these out.
Yeah, wait,
And
didn't
should we do
Anna have
one of the-
diamonds on her?
She had.
We have them now.
Yeah,
One.
we got them.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
did
everything
because
taken from
Aura told us to take Anna's things.
Yep. And Merc had them, so now Merc is giving one to Sven. One 300 gold diamond.
I've got one. I don't really. I mean, if you got any spare, I brought one with me
I
just in case I needed to revive somebody.
I believe we
Obviously.
bought 3.
Did we? Okay.
Do you not remember?
I only have 2.
So
I
what are
only
you
have 2
doing
marked
with
down on my sheet.
Anna's glaive?
So far, we
It's just
haven't done
chilling.
anything with it.
It's just chilling.
I mean, let's have a.
Hey, did you ever give us a screenshot of all of Anna's items?
Yeah, it's in the planning chat. It should be pinned.
Okay, I can go through that list, and I'm just gonna, put it into the group ones.
Mhm.
Because I can put items
Nice.
in there too.
Cool.
And if anybody wants something, just yoink it out of there, I guess.
I feel like at the moment we've just got the glaive in the portable hole or group funds or something like that, just because it's a big long stick.
It's the only
I
big
can't
one
use
we've
it.
got.
I can't use it, so therefore.
Here.
Yeah. Right. Cool. Well, that's good. If you have one with you.
Yep. Well, not on me right now, just down below. But yeah, I got one. Should I have it on me?
Might
Is that something we're worried about?
might be a good idea just in case, because like you don't want to have to run down to your room and then back if one of us dies.
Room, I guess.
Yeah, the cargo hold, whatever. The sack that we're lying on. No, we are the sack. We're the cargo. Hang on.
Hey, question real quick. Because I just realized this. So Betsy the Bag has had 135 gold just chilling there.
Oh, okay, great. Good for
Is-
Betsy.
wait. Betsy is your bag of holding, correct?
No, that's Harold.
So that means
Betsy
Betsy. One was the carriage. The
Yeah,
Betsy
that's
just has money is still in your cart at the keep.
Oh, fuck it out.
You have
investing.
135
It's-
gold just chilling in ARL.
That's the equivalent. That's the
we're
Add it to
equivalent
the
of.
funds. Look, it's
Yeah,
part of the
that's-
treasury funds.
We
now, I'm sorry.
investigate into what our cart?
Was Nelly?
Yes.
She's gonna steal it.
No,
probably
that's
will
just the
stick, yeah.
equivalent of like leaving like 300, 400 bucks in your glove box.
No, you know
Out
what
of
it
your
is. It's
car and just
Minecraft. You've
walk
left
away.
diamonds in your house for when you respawn.
Yeah, true. Wait, we get to respawn?
No.
No.
But
We
we
will
have
eventually.
not paid for that microtransaction.
We will
Yeah.
eventually. Word of recall is a
So,
powerful.
As that little trio is interacting, Rainier, what are you doing?
Rainy is just fishing in her cap that says "Fish fear me," and "Women fear me," and "Children also fear me." And she's just like fishing, like do 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 do.
Men don't fear you?
I'm
She
confident
just didn't think
Rainey's
that
add
far.
stuff.
The hat was too small to write all the things.
It's implied. It's the
Yes.
subtext.
It's implied. I'm remembering my buddy old pal from Hells, and I'm just chilling and fishing on the boat.
Yeah, it's
He's my health.
I'm keeping look at you. There's no bites.
That's fine. She's just like enjoying being out.
God, imagine
No,
if it's
it's-
just like this big old titan fish.
As the maybe someday. As the day goes on, is there anything else people would wish to do? The ship is yours for this journey. So tell me what you wish to interact with. Tell me how you wish to take the day.
I'd
Go
like
ahead.
I'd like to at some point go find Cal, but if anyone else wants to go first, fine with me.
I ain't got much. Merc will be doing a lot of praying and working shit out. She wants to talk, but she'd rather talk without strangers nearby.
Very valid.
Yeah, fuck you, Sven.
Cringe. Spain, please.
Oh, Sven, sorry.
Svanya.
Seven.
Thank you, Svanya.
Savannah.
Spania also is acceptable.
Spania.
It's also acceptable.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Right, well, Spain will go find Cal. Specifically, he's going to be walking around going, Cal! Carl?
So, Cal,
It's a
you can
small
either
ship,
approach
you don't
Spain
have
or
to
roll
go.
stealth.
Happy.
Wow.
No, Cal would just be like, "Yep, you don't have to yell.
No.
It's a small ship. You'll be able to find me no matter what."
I'm
sure.
it's pretty. There's a lot of people. I figured, I'd better off just yelling to find you because I figured you'd come and stay alone just to shut me up. So that was my go-to plan.
That's a fair bet.
I was curious. We didn't talk about it before. I asked Marty and Merc about it, but what the fuck is up with the hand? Well, again, lack thereof hand.
I lost a hand.
Did someone ask you for a hand? You took it literally because that would be kind of funny.
I mean, I'm just curious in the first place. If you see someone on the street with a missing limb, do you go up to ask them and say, "Hey, what's the deal with your missing limb?"
Well,
Is
not
that just something
directly.
you do
That's
in
why
general,
I asked.
or-
It was Marty and Merc first, and then they
I mean, it's not an-
did seem.
Uncommon thing, and necessarily, but no. I
How
mean, it
many
is quite a
people do you
recent
know that
deal.
have lost a limb? Because that's the way
A
you
fair
say
few.
that. Like people don't just lose limbs.
No, but usually it's through war and such. Anyway, this is a recent thing, and it was a sacrifice that I made, if you must know.
What are you sacrificing for?
Power, I suppose, knowledge.
Fuck, I can respect that. Hell yeah. Is it? Zamani was telling me about some like fighting brother. Was it a fucking brother or some shit? Uncle maybe? Maybe it was an uncle.
Oh,
I don't know.
right.
Did he take it from you? Family.
I
always
didn't
tends to
go
do
into
shit.
that much detail.
No, he didn't take it from me. I sacrificed it myself.
Hmm. I feel like my dad would probably take my arm from me if I let him. He's dead now, so it doesn't really matter.
Right. I was going to ask about that if we have to worry about him hunting us down.
I think he's dead. Yeah, fuck it,
You
doesn't
don't-
matter.
I
Well, I was a
suppose
fucking
not.
kid. I don't know.
Right. Do you remember much about your father? Either of your parents?
Fucking nope. I remember the only thing I fucking remember is I'm pretty sure they wanted me to lead something or be a general. Maybe they were just say speaking generally. I don't fucking know.
Right. So they had high ambitions for their son?
Well, they were a part of fucking Saint of Undead's cult, so again, the whole half vampire thing kind of, I assume they expected much of me. That didn't go well
I
for them.
suppose so.
Now look at me. Built specifically to kill the bastards.
Quite a journey from your upbringing.
Yeah, it was wild, wasn't it? Going from being a literal member of a cult, born into it, by the way, to hunting them. I mean, fuck it, why not?
Have you actually killed any vampires yourself?
Oh yeah, tons, absolutely.
Insight check. That's a 15.
Oh yeah, totally did. Yeah, sure.
I wouldn't even have him roll a deception because he was laying on such thick sarcasm for that shit.
Yeah. Right, so, once you eventually kill one, I assume there'll be some sort of trophy or something that you want to take to, proof of what happened.
I assume so. I've mostly focused on killing other dead shit. You gotta build yourself up. You start like the
Right.
basic dead motherfucker. And then you go up and you get like above the dead motherfucker. I don't really know hierarchy of the undead.
a
I'm gonna be
very
honest.
dead
I just
motherfucker?
fight them. No, that's when you kill them again. They're like, they go from like, if they're dead, they're like, that's like baseline. And then like, if they come undead, that's, we don't like that shit. They get revived from dead. That's a different kind. That's not undead. That's like living again. It's complicated. I did one time stab a dude who was getting resurrected, thinking he was undead. I was learning though, but he's fine. He was healed. It's cool.
Right. All right.
What a journey.
You've had quite the experience, haven't you?
I mean, you learn as you go. Learn on the job, as they say.
I'm on the fucking job.
Oh no,
And
he's
so-
stupid.
You've never killed a vampire before. Have you ever fought a vampire?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, absolutely, huh? Mm-hmm.
So all of your knowledge about being a vampire hunter.
Well, no,
comes
no,
from
I have,
theoretical
because
texts from
I am
people,
half
or-
vampire. I have looked at myself
Right.
in reflective surfaces and wanted to fight me, and that's kind of the same thing.
As Svein says that, no reflection in the water.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I see. Well, they must have done a good job of training you to do so. I hope at the very least.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said they must have done a good job at training you at the very least, or so I hope.
I am very proficient in killing anything that is
Theoretically,
not being resurrected to be alive.
theoretically
No, I have
things,
killed
yes.
undead shit. It's just vampires I haven't actually killed. It's hard to
Right.
find a vampire. They're not just walking around. The whole like Daystar thing up there
Yeah, it's because
kind of
they're all
prevents
in.
it.
You gotta do a
I would love it
Craigslist.
if somehow Svein never gets the final hit on a vampire we fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And that's
I mean,
that's
our
that's
quest.
that's the goal now. All you gotta kill, steal the
I
vampire.
can imagine him fucking writing on Craigslist, need vampire urgently.
So, following this train of thought, never killed vampire, never fought a vampire, but you've killed undead. All right. What is the highest form of undead that you've ever faced and killed before?
Des, what's to say out of that fucking crinkly boy with the bones?
Crinkly
The
boy.
crinkly boy with the bones.
That's the name
The
now.
crinkle cut boy man. Oh
crinkly cut
CR8,
shapes,
so pretty high.
my god,
Oh,
it's
so
a
you
crate.
remember how I was talking about that thing that was just bones? Like, yeah, remember that?
Right.
Just bone,
Mhm.
motherfucker. He was pretty strong. That's probably up there with one of the strongest things I've fought.
He would actually be stronger than a typical vampire spawn, to be particularly honest. Like the Bone Collective would be. Not a vampire, but a
Alright.
vampire spawn.
But also doesn't sound cool. Crinkly boy, just bones, okay.
So you killed a bone creature. I mean, that is impressive. If I knew more about it, it'd probably be more impressive. But it sounds impressive.
I think Elvira was calling it like a bone collector or some shit, but it's just some fucking bone bastard in robes.
Roll me an Arcana check, Callison. I just love if you got a nat
Yeah,
one on
that
this, so it
does
just
it.
doesn't register, and you just.
What is Arcana? That is. Oh Jesus! I forgot it was so high. That is a 31.
So upon times the Darkhoul, when their ghouls fall through enough uses in battle, the bones are collected and summoned into these things. They're quite formidable. They're quite the serious threat.
Would have I ever seen one before?
Yeah, you would have seen them in your cartoon view.
Right. I'm probably like in a group helped fight them before, but like not like one on one, but like as a group.
Yeah.
Right, bone collectors. I am familiar with them. Horrible creatures.
Yeah, they crinkly.
I mean, you did well to kill it. I suppose that was with your, what was their name? Darrow
The
Conclave?
Darrow Conclave, yeah.
Right, that was with them.
Yeah, no, I would fucking fight one of those things by myself. I'm almost confident. I don't know how it would do it, but it would encase me in those bones, and I would be stuck there screaming. I assume.
Right. Well, let's hope it never comes to that.
Can somebody just be watching this conversation from far enough away that's not
But all of
super
you can be
obvious?
watching this.
Thank you. I just
Yeah.
wanna enjoy
Spain
this.
is a spectator sport. It's
Yeah.
just him
I'm
himself.
actually
it's just
Spain as
a
well. It's
sport.
like uncomfortably close. Like,
No,
Because
the
of, like,
thing is,
like, you keep
Spain
an eye
may
on
be confident. He may be confident, and he may also be very himbo-esque, but he also isn't like completely socially inept. So he isn't going to be doing something that is extremely awkward.
Okay, tell me this.
Right.
Does he like put one hand like as
Yeah.
like leaning and one on his hip like this?
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure he
is
does.
he
Yeah.
like cutting a pose? Yeah, I was gonna ask. Like, is he cutting
Oh,
a pose through this whole
absolutely.
thing?
Dude will walk to the closest wall. If they couldn't be standing near a wall, he will shuffle slowly, get into conversation close to a wall so he can put his arm up.
Yeah.
And just be like the whole time.
I love him.
Right. Well, thank you for telling me the tales of your adventures. so
Anytime.
far.
If you want to hear more, like I've got at least 3 more stories.
Well,
like,
none for
bare
now, but
minimum.
maybe later. Maybe
All
another
right,
day.
that's fair. That's fair.
throughout the day as the sun starts to get lower in the sky. Jarnvir does not leave this mansion. He's just not interested.
Is there
Um,
still a
fair.
door there, or is it like the door is
Base.
gone?
No, he can choose to make it visible to people who he wants. So, I believe by the wording of Magnificent Mansion, it's completely just gone. I'll double check, but I'm 99% sure the door is only visible to people who you want it to be. Yeah, while closed, the portal is invisible. So if you can see invisibility, like Mercastiel can. So Merc can see
Okay.
it.
So we're just vibing here, waiting for us to land somewhere.
Yeah. We've got the night.
Based.
Okay.
As you all rest for the evening, you get a long rest.
Whoop, whoop.
Wake up the following morning. Calcin, if you wish to wake up at dawn to try and catch Ronan.
Not really. After that reception, it's not really like, yeah, it's not fuck this guy a little bit.
So the next day, as you're all sort of strewn around the ship, making just shallow conversation or anything to really just get your mind off of the overall journey at hand.
Yeah. Just waiting,
Mercastiel.
hoping to get off the boat.
You feel an unnaturally sort of presence, like force, like just the boat shifts to the left a little bit for a second.
Okay. Like a pretty hefty shift? Like turbulence, basically?
Yeah, no, first one's pretty minor. Then the second one, who has a passive perception of 18 or higher. So, again, you feel just this little, like, again, another lurch.
Mhm.
The
I'm
lake
going
is
to-
getting pretty choppy.
I'm going to get some rope. Some of the... I think I've got like 20 foot of rope. 10 foot of hempen rope. I'm going to like tie myself just like around my belt to like one of the handle sides of the boat. Just so...
Do you say
just in
anything,
case.
or do you just like start tying yourself
Yes,
up and
I-
just like, oh yeah, it's fine. And then
I'll
we're
tie
on the-
myself up and say it's either getting choppy or we've got the attention of something a little more.
Mercastiel
interested in
says
us.
something a little more. There is this boom. Everyone with passive perception 8 or higher notices, because breaching the water is this large creature. Doesn't look all too friendly. In fact, I should just show you.
It's my cat.
You
No.
don't, you don't
Got
have
it.
to.
Does it have my little hook in it somewhere?
You know what? It had your line snapped yesterday. You see a hook.
Oh yes, I got him, boys.
Boat
Really,
combat.
Rainy?
We got some boat combat. I'm excited.
As-
So people know, I am Grave Domain today.
This gargantuan thrashing creature with hooks all along its spine, barbs decorate its destructive form. The waves itself seem to be bashing the ship just from its movement, and you hear the half elf that kind of had a bit of disdain towards the cargo. You just hear him go, "Well, fuck," as it goes up over and is going to, I'll say, make its presence known. Can everyone roll me initiative?
With me
Damn,
being
Cal.
tied, with me being tied to the boat, Des, would you say that I have that 10 foot of movement?
Yeah.
My
Good.
initiatives suck nowadays. I don't know what happened. Jesus.
Sorry,
I got
your
good
initiatives suck.
What?
Your initiatives suck. Excuse me?
Yeah, well, I'm supposed to be good at this, Merc.
I rolled a fucking 2.
Yeah, but you suck at it. So
Yeah,
That is
and-
plus 2.
Oh
19.
no,
total.
AJ rolled 2, sorry. AJ rolled a 2. I'm sorry.
So as this thing crashes out of the water, you hear the same half elf goes, "Get the bell! The Isonade back!"
The what? Can you repeat the what?
An Isonade.
Isonade.
So,
Cade
it's become
isn't
kind of what I've
initiative,
been.
Des.
What? What'd you say?
Cade isn't in the initiative, I don't believe.
I will fix it now.
Cool.
So here is what you all see. Nice,
Oh, it's an
nice little,
Isonade.
nice little boy, ready to cause a little bit of havoc.
Oh, what a big, beautiful Isonussi.
Guys, it's a big worm. I know what to do. I volunteer as tribute.
I hope you
your
enjoyed that,
previous
Jen.
priests have a good history with creatures like this.
It'll be fine. I'll just get swallowed, and everyone else will survive.
AJ will be going. AJ will be going for the unironic, hitting all 4 different elements of worm. He's gonna get swallowed by.
Yeah.
Can we not get bored by the worm
They
today,
call me.
please?
They call me the worm bender.
So,
After this, can we have a stream where AJ just ranks all worms by how good it is to be warred by them?
Yeah, sure. 500
Rather
followers.
not.
I'll do a worm ranking. Oh fucking
I
music.
need an adult.
so Calicindir up first. You see this creature.
Wait. So they put-
Swain, yes, sorry, all the memeing distracted me. What's your initiative? 19?
Same as the creature, yeah, 19.
What's your dex?
14.
Twist the worm.
It's also
has
as
14.
14. Roll me a d20.
Alright.
Okay, it's not
15.
easy. That's good.
You go first.
Cool.
Fucking banger.
Thank you.
Imagine living in a world where you get to hear the music.
Look, you heard it when it
Yeah.
was most
Very
important, then that's it.
That's true.
So, that's gone. Calicindir, up first.
Yes. Alright, let's start out with something a bit spicy this time around. Because I've got new abilities and I'm not afraid to use them.
Oh, I'm terrified.
Yeah, I'm going to start out by attempting to cast on this creature Mental Prison.
Mental
So
prison.
I require it to make an intelligence saving throw.
I
Go to
don't.
jail.
Straight up.
For what's your spell save DC?
19.
I will use a legendary action. I don't need to roll.
Okay.
It has legendary actions.
You mean
Sorry.
resistance, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, legendary resistance. Yes. Yeah, it's
So
not.
it still
It's not
takes
a Isonade. It's the Isonade.
the Isonade. Okay, it still takes 5d10 damage, and I will trigger my Pierce the Veil ability to
I
do an
love that
extra
band.
8d10. Extra 8d10 damage to it.
Oh
So
no!
that will
Confusion
be
And the
spell.
fusion spell.
Yes, so that will be 15d10.
For a 15d10.
Get a girl. Get a girl.
84.
84
Solid chunk.
damage.
That'd almost kill Zamani.
And,
Very
Shut the
almost
fuck
would.
up.
and it is effective on confusion.
So one second. Never
You
put confusion.
bitch
I'll
ass.
just double check confusion.
Jen, I legally have to every time. I'm sorry. Every time it rolls close to 100, I have to.
Straight disrespectful.
Yes. It was intended.
Okay. So this is interesting. So at the start of a certain roll, but hasn't going to be doing that yet. So I will be using all the legendary actions I can before we get to that.
You know
That's
what?
fair.
Just get him out of the way, I guess.
Look for this turn, yeah. So, Calcinder, do you want to move?
You fucking go.
I moved there, but I'm gonna move just a little bit more across this way.
Just be like, would you like to move closer to everyone so I have everyone in the big, beautiful chunk?
No, so that's okay. It's going to use, at the end of Calicinder's turn, its breach ability. The Isonade leaps out of the water to crash down onto a target. Once it's been moving, which it has, jumping 30 feet through the air, landing. Any creature occupying a space where it lands will take a lot of damage.
This is the worst free will I've ever met.
Dude, I didn't
So-
even pick where I was standing. What the fuck?
Yeah, get better initiative.
I had
So-
20 initiative.
Can each of you make me a strength saving throw?
Oh,
Each of who?
Come on,
Oh,
strength.
Each one that
nice.
the Isonade landed on.
A strength, you said?
Strength, please.
I'm going
25.
to, as a reaction, cast adjust position on Zamani to move her 5 foot away, so she's not underneath. just to there.
Based. So Zamani, you get
Ew.
taken out
If
of
she's
this.
a willing creature. Within 30 foot. Let me just double check that range. Sorry.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
rolled
good.
a straight 3.
No.
Better that Zamani doesn't take this damage, I would suggest.
It's fine. I'll probably survive.
I'm just your resident glass cannon. Please save me.
Okay.
Yeah, you just hear Merc just go, Zamani,
So,
dive!
Dive.
He's flopping around
would
the
someone
ship.
just like to roll me a D100 to see the effect on the ship? In fact,
Oh,
Crimson,
yeah.
if you'd like to write exclamation points, D100
Okay,
in
it's
chat, I think it is.
56.
56, you don't trust Crimson.
You're not Crimson.
I had already started rolling it when it was
That counts,
said,
so
so I was.
Crimson, if you want.
Look,
Look, I snagged that
One
command.
more
Try it
time
again
to
there.
cool down.
There's
Yeah.
a cooldown.
One more time.
You're murking
So
Crimson's
try that
goals.
again.
Actually, there's a 5-second cooldown.
There it
Gotta
is.
do it again.
I'd do it again.
Come on, Crimson.
Gotta do it again.
Wait, Crimson we're letting Crimson do it for us.
Wow.
Do Crimson.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, that was so close though.
Holy
36.
shit.
One more.
36. Okay. The ship splinters, and this thing doesn't slide off the top, but there's like a visible divot in the ship. Rainier and Sven, you take 83 bludgeoning damage.
You're welcome, Zamani.
And since the ship sustained the blow, you're not submerged in the water.
Is that 83 even though I rolled a 25?
You rolled 25, half it.
Okay. Thank fuck. I'm like, what the fuck is this dude save?
There is
So
no save.
where am I now? What am I doing now?
Well, since the ship, you're about to drop the floor as it crashed
Oh.
into the top deck.
Can I get out on my turn, or is that?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But if there was a lower roll on that, the ship would have split in two. Small chance. Zamani,
twain
first
with
legendary
Sven.
action done. What are you doing?
I say fuck that, and I'm immediately gonna fly 30 feet up.
Based.
I don't want to be anywhere near that. Actually, can I fly diagonally, or just
It's
one?
still the same distance.
Okay, cool. So better to go up this turn than further away next turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember my thing. I'm a hexblade.
Oh, you are.
Oh my god. Who are you and what have you done with Jen?
Hey,
No way.
I have
Yeah,
this
curiosity,
fun
guys.
super base thing called Hexblade's Curse that I can
Is
put
that-
on people.
Hey,
I'm-
shut the fuck up. For once you remember
have-
something.
No,
Wait.
I have a really important question. How does the ship moving affect the money in the air?
Look, we'll
If
just
it's-
allow her
if
to.
it's moving.
It's not moving right now after that hit, anyway.
Don't
Cool.
bring the physics
Yeah, they
into
just
my
dropped the
D&D.
anchor.
What are you doing?
My bad.
How dare
Okay.
you.
So, bonus action to put it on. Boyo's Hexblade's Curse. Yay.
Let's go.
Boyo.
Hey, boyo, gotta get cursed.
Leave him alone.
Boyo. That's the somatic component, the verbal component. Oi.
Yeah. So,
Somatic is that.
let's see. Wait, I don't think. One of my things is a bonus action, isn't it? I think my Eldritch Smite is a bonus action as well.
Nope, Eldritch
Is it?
Smite just happens. You're thinking of your banishing
Oh, it's
smite.
just spell slots.
Yeah, banishing smite is a
Oh.
bonus action.
Okay, cool. So I can't banish any type, but I can Eldritch
Hey,
Smite. Okay.
monsters and mayhem raiding with a party of 4, just as we're getting into combat with a big
Monsters
lake
and
worm.
raid him. Let's
You guys
go.
are-
Big boy, it's
He's
okay.
a big boy.
What's a thick lad?
He's chonky.
You're doing D. What were you up to? We're doing combat.
Ship combat. I ship it.
It's a 26 hit him.
26 hits.
Nice. Okay. Big math time. Okay, that's gonna be 8 for that. Then 1d8 plus 8 plus 10, so it's that. And then Eldritch Smite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness. Holy shit, that's a lot of 8s, okay.
You can also put a divine smite on this if you want to, as well as your Eldritch Smite.
Fuck him up.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, you can
yeah,
do
I
that
have
once a
that
day. That's
now.
right.
You're once per
I have
day.
to add it to my how to be busted list because I wrote it down, but
How to
I
be
don't.
busted.
It's as if a first level smite, so it's just 2d8 unless it's undead, which is 3d8.
How to be bussin' more like.
Okay, I've run out of D8, so I need to start telling you damage before I can move on and do the rest of it.
Okay, so tell me some damage.
That's a good
okay.
problem to have.
So we have 8 plus
Yeah.
plus 22
Okay, so 30.
plus 34.
Okay.
Okay, now it's 2d8 for the smite. Oh my god, which is 12.
Well, okay.
So that's my first attack.
Yeah, that's attack 1.
Okay, and so I can do attack 2 for Thirsting Blade. Which is a 21 to
Hits.
hit. Cool. So it's gonna be Sharpshooter's only the once per.
No, you can do it whenever you want, but you have to call it. Because it's a -5 to hit. You have to say it beforehand.
Okay. Because I just minus the 5 from my total, but then
Yeah.
after I did that, I realized. Okay, so
So if that was the 21 with the sharpshooter, yeah, that's that hits. If it was 21
realized
before
I should ask
sharpshooter,
you.
it wouldn't hit.
okay, cool. So 11, so that would be 21.
Perfect.
And I cannot do my third attack because I already used my bonus action.
Did you want to Eldritch Smite on the second attack?
I can do that for a second spell slot. Okay.
Yeah, you have
sure.
3 slots now.
I have
Let's go.
3 spell slots now, guys. I
my
can do
goodness.
that. I'm sorry.
Your
I'm
mum lets
excited.
you have 3 spell slots?
Mom, let me have 3 spell slots.
Good on you, Mum.
28.
8.
And then I'm also a fool because I get bonus damage for my Hexblade's Curse, which is my proficiency bonus, and since I attack twice, that's plus another 8.
Okay. So for reference, Zamani just did 133 damage.
Noise.
That's
She
tight.
killed herself, basically.
At the end
And I
of
still have a
the
spell slot!
at the end of Zamani's turn.
I still have
That
more
was
spell
2
slots.
attacks.
That was 2 attacks.
That was 2
okay.
attacks, and I used 2 spell slots for it.
I don't want to double check how confusion works with something.
Team Goldskin. I appreciate you.
Okay, it doesn't say anything about concentration.
Nope.
So, moving from the, I just want to double check the length of something.
Mhm.
Tell us when.
Say when?
Look, it's going to be very important to Cal because in a 300 feet long, 300 foot high, 50 foot thick wall of water comes and hits inside the ship, and it's going to cast tsunami as its legendary action.
Oh, that's
Question:
cute.
if I'm under the ship, am I safe?
I'll give you advantage on the save.
Hey.
Question, Des.
Can
Did
I
you say
start doubling your
cast,
next
as in
person?
a spell?
I did.
I'm gonna try and counter spell that.
Okay, roll.
I feel like the worm
Yes.
grows these 2 arms beside the mouth and goes,
That's
whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm casting.
That is 19.
It was a DC 18. As the wave starts to swell up Calatindir, how do you reach out with your counterspell?
Well, how does it cast its magic? That's my question.
Well, you see, it rears its back, the worm standing up, the mouth opens, and all the teeth that lie in its throat start to frill outwards
Mhm.
as the magic
I imagine,
seems to
like-
emanate from it.
Yeah, Calicinda just like reaches out and almost just like reaching into like the weave around this creature that it's just like primordially going into, just breaking it down and shattering the very like fabric of magic around it. just dampening it immensely.
That's good because I was going to wash you all off the boat, Barmer Castile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom.
Vain.
Alrighty. Thank God I am not in the water because I definitely can swim, 100%.
Wait, don't vampires like hate rushing water? Are you gonna have like a rash, like allergic
I'm only
reaction?
half vampire, so it's chill. We'll
Yeah,
do
so you're gonna
that,
like have a rash and that's it.
So are you saying
You
that
just
vampires
mildly
don't
dislike
bathe?
it.
We can.
No,
bathe
they're
in
like
chill
chinchillas.
water.
They do a sandbath.
Honestly, sandbaths are based. If I'm keeping it a buck with
Oh, I
everybody
can
right now.
imagine just somehow just being like, "Excuse me, it's time for my daily sand bath."
Just rolling around in the sand.
All right.
No, it's only running water. They're going to
Right.
be fine in a bath.
Des, you said we can just sort of get
Shower.
out from underneath old mate here.
Yeah, he's not like pinning you down or anything. It's just if he had gone through the boat, you would have been submerged in the water with him.
All right. I assume prone or not prone.
I'll double check the wording. I don't know if you were knocked prone, but that probably would have made sense.
If
but you
a
saved,
large
so you should
creature
be.
flopped on me. Okay, that's cool. So I'm just sort of like holding up against the gross skin of this creature.
Yeah.
Holding my ground.
So judgy, gross skin? Maybe it's good skin.
I mean, no, it's gross.
Maybe
Look
it
at
keeps
it. Blue,
care of its own
gross.
skin.
No, it's,
Yeah,
it's not the,
the
skin
bridge-
condition, it's just blue.
The ship is fairly damaged. You
Sorry.
see a lot of the crew running around to like they're getting a bell of some sort. Maybe there's some form of arcane item they have that dissuades this creature. But till they get that, this is on you to keep it contained, Svein.
Swain got an issue with blue skin, you motherfucker.
That's what I said. So what I'm gonna do in that case is I would like to not be currently press my face up against its very voluptuous skin. Is that better for you guys? Is that a better descriptive word for you?
Yeah, sexy juicy skin. Yeah, go on.
Give it a lick. You won't.
How is it looking now? Does it look fine?
The
Well,
Icinade
it's
seems happy
fine.
in itself.
Okay.
Hey, good on.
So I'm going to cast Zephyr Struck, which allows me to move without being hit, which is the main part here. So he's going to back off and get a little bit away. Let's go this way. You can get fucking far too. So let's get him up this way. And as he's running away, I want him to, once he's out of range of the creature, to throw one of his hand axes.
Okay.
So it's going to do the. That is going to be a decent amount of 25.
25 to hit or damage?
Yes.
25
hit.
hits.
That's not really too crazy. 25 damage is not something Svein is dishing out. Alright, so he's going to be marked with this as a favorite enemy. He is going to also deal a solid 6 fucking damage, which is non-magical, so rip that.
Rip Bozo.
But
Just
since-
non-magical?
Yeah, because his axe is a standard.
Does nothing. Just
Cool.
beds, no damage.
I just needed to mark him, so it didn't matter whether or not I did damage, I just needed him marked. Because then I can do other stuff. And then as my bonus action, I am going to use my Nature's Veil, which allows me to magically become invisible.
Zephyr Strike is not a bonus action.
You're right, it is. Never mind. Take it back.
Aha.
I'm just going to run away then. I'm going to continue running then, in that case.
J'accuse.
For some reason, my brain was telling me it's an action along with your weapon attack, but it's not. It's a bonus
Would have
action,
made
and then
sense,
you
but
do
yeah.
it. Yeah.
So,
So
end of your
I'm gonna
turn?
continue.
Or another axe?
Nope. I'm just going to run over here.
Okay. So, end of your turn before it gets to its own last legendary action. It's going to... It's a pretty simple one. The only one within range, because I believe Zamani is... Well, no, actually Zamani is in range as well still.
I'm right under it.
Yeah, I'm going to say since the woe doesn't really like you, it's going to go for you. It's going to bite you.
Oh, it's a vote ally.
Yeah, it's...
Should I just not fight it then?
This is your sign, Rainier. Get in the water, cleanse yourself.
That is
Yeah.
I say this with nothing but a jest in my voice. Does a 33 hit you?
I'm gonna get back to you on that one.
Thank you.
17 business days?
Yeah.
I'll tell you to fuck off in
need
4
a
to 5 business
follow-up.
days. Oh no! That's a lot of. Okay, there's 1-1. 11, 21, 33, 34. 57
You're
piercing
rusty.
damage,
Okay.
Bloodied.
and you are grappled.
Okay.
And now it's its turn. D8.
First step to boring.
Second. Cal, do you have the confusion list up for me so I know what I'm rolling? It is a D8, isn't it?
D10.
You're muted.
You're
Right.
muted. I'm
Will I
pretty
get
sure
it
it's a
before?
D10.
Okay.
Muted. There you go. I
Hey,
do
it
have it
wasn't
up.
me.
I do have it up. It's a D10.
A D10. A D10. Ah, a D10.
Mm-hmm. It's a D10.
Let's
Is it
go.
in detention?
Is
My shit jokes are on fire tonight. I'm sorry.
7. So 7 means
7.
creature
it's,
uses its action to make a melee attack on a randomly determined creature within its reach. There's no creature within its reach. So since this is random, I will roll between Zamani and Rainier. Who wants high? Who wants low?
Is Zamani not 30 foot up, Des?
This creature's bigger than 30 foot,
This creature does not
Okay.
give a fuck. I'll take
No,
low
and it has a
down
reach of 15.
under it.
No,
Okay,
because I'd say that I would have thought that Merc would be closer in terms of measurement wise.
You're 20
Because
feet
I'm
away.
only 20 foot.
It has a range
Yeah.
of 15, so
Oh, okay, right. Yep. Cool.
yeah, it's very unfortunately with a 2D VTT, it's very difficult to visualize height because
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
this
good,
thing
all
it's
good.
it's easily about 40 foot tall itself.
Cool.
So,
Not a
who wants high?
problem.
Who wants low?
Daria said that she wanted low because she's under the worm.
Okay. Looking for you, Derry. I rolled a 3.
Hey, that's good for me, I suppose.
So it's already got you in its met, so it can either do a tail or a bite. We're gonna just do another bite, so we'll see if you can get swallowed.
I don't
Also,
want to
I'm
get
attacked.
bored.
Yeah, because I rolled low. Oh wait, no, I rolled
okay.
low, so
I
my
don't
intention
understand
was
what's going
rolling
on.
low. Like if you
Oh,
call it, you
wait.
get hit.
Oh yeah, if you roll.
Okay, because like
Wait.
Jen was like, "Oh fuck," because I don't
Oh yeah,
understand
I
what's
was
going on.
high.
No,
Wait,
no, no.
never mind. I'm trying to take your shit. I'm sorry.
Please let
Wait, so
Daria
who-
be attacked in peace.
Who's the... Okay, sorry.
27 to hit Rainier.
Yeah, that I will allow it.
Okay, thank you. So you first of all you're swallowed because you're already grappled by this.
Nice. I have
And-
such a good question after that. You're gonna love that.
So 1 second. 10. Okay, this is much better on the damage for you.
I think I know the question.
18.
Now, will I survive this? Probably not.
It's really low. 21 and 35 piercing damage.
35. I'm still alive.
Hey.
I'm at a cool 7.
Nice.
You are blinded and restrained.
That's neat.
And at the start of its turn, remind me for other stuff. But it's your turn, so.
So I have
Rainier.
a question. I'm covered in the woad repelling shit. How does
Oh,
that
no.
work inside a huge worm?
It's the next day.
You're seasoned. You're well seasoned. That's how it changes.
Okay. Okay. So that would imply that I have some goop for later then. Yeah, I scrubbed it
Yes.
off then. Okay, fine. So I'm blinded, I'm restrained. Hey, like, let's go all in. Just, like, what? I can't like change much about this. Let's. There's no point in me transforming right now, because like whatever the damage will be, I'm at 7. I will not survive it. So I'll just do my 2 attacks with Crimson Rite. Oh, you know what's funny? I might roll high enough on my self damage to die from putting
Please.
Crimson Rite on. I'm kind of excited about this one. Hold on, because it's a
Randy
D8.
just,
I
Randy just
can.
commits.
There's like a
Oh, no, it's
25%
fine.
chance.
No, it's a 1. It's actually
Okay.
normal. I'm at 6 now. Going down. So yeah, my attacks. Ka-chow. Gosh, what's my... Okay, 19 for the first.
To
Oh,
hit.
I have disadvantage.
You do have
Oh,
disadvantage.
that's better.
19 hits.
Sweet. And 21. So both hit. Okay. First attack. It's. God damn it, math. Fuck. I can't math today. It's 6 plus 8. That's 14 slashing and 6 thunder damage.
So 20.
I have thunder damage for the first time, guys, so you can see like vibration through the body a little bit. Yeah.
The digestive juices are giving it gas.
Yeah. And the second one's pretty good. It's 16 slashing. And 8 thunder.
So 24.
All of my shit is damage. Is magic.
Okay.
All my shit is damaged.
So, do you have any more attacks?
No, I use my bonus action, and I have 2 attacks if I don't have my bonus action on.
So, since you did over 20 damage, that does force a con. So over 40 damage, that forces a con save.
Sweet. Oh, wait. Can I do something with this?
It is the con save to see if it throws you up.
Yeah. I'm gonna check my blood curses if I have a reaction to like put a disadvantage on or some bullshit before you roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a concentration?
No, it's a constitution just to get sick.
Then no, I can't do anything.
Okay. Let's go. My natural 20 for a total of 32. Unfortunately,
That's okay.
it keeps its dinner down. Mercastiel. Actually, end of Rainier's turn. It has its legendary actions back.
Isn't it confused as shit?
Doesn't say it does anything. It can't take reactions, but legendary actions aren't reactions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, also with that,
The confusion
to the end of its
also
next turn.
drops.
So the confusion is also
Yeah.
off of it now.
It's off.
It's gonna try and swat some money out of the air like a fly. Let's actually bite it out of the air.
I don't want to get bited.
Unfortunate for you, that is a 28 to hit.
Oh yeah. Oh,
So you are grappled. It grabs you. Your wings are flapping about, still trying to escape. Not too bad. That's cocked. Reroll that. Ooh, I rescind my statement.
So what you're saying
Ooh.
is that you lied to me just now.
1 second. That's...
Don't get serious. Stop it. You're
That
making
is
me nervous.
55 piercing damage.
My body hurts.
It's going to move a little bit as well.
Jen,
with
I'm
you
at
grappled.
6. You're fine. I'm at 6 and I'm
And
inside.
it's going to
You'll be okay.
take a little bit of its aggression out with its tail on Calicindia for counterspelling the tsunami.
Look your face.
It's cocked, so whatever. Yeah, that's 31 to hit.
You know what? That actually might just it.
Look, you got high AC now. I don't know if you've got
Yeah.
some up your sleeve. Do you see Zamani get grappled?
Question Des. We still have the temporary HP from the canopy, right? From the
I
spell.
know you've rested since you've had a long rest, so no one should have had that temporary
Yeah.
HP.
Okay, let me fix
Yep.
this.
Look out, Cinder. As it reaches around with its tail, the barbed hooks smack down on you. You take 32 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that is...
Bit mean, but fair enough.
Actually, I correct myself. Yeah, and no, it would have... It only enough to do one for... Can I do one attack with this legendary action? So, I retract that. That's just Zamani who got yoinked. I'll do that next turn, so we can get that after Mercastiel's turn. That happens.
Maybe.
But Mercastiel, you would have gotten your turn first. Unless you have something that would have stopped it from moving. Or you're planning to do something to stop it from moving.
I might be, yeah. Merkel look towards Cal and just call out, do you have anything big? You guys know what she fucking means, dickheads. You guys know that she's grave domain and she can make it vulnerable. That's what she's saying.
Potentially, yes.
Sounds good enough to me. And you watch as Merkel reach out with one hand on her holy symbol, and you watch as growing out of the deck, these little like rose bushes begin circling their way around it as I mark it with Path to the Grave as an action. So it is vulnerable to the next attack.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to...
You say hobble.
I mean, I am, because it's not going to damage it.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
hopeful.
Make a dex save, please.
Has it ever worked for you? I just
17.
wonder.
It fails and halves its speed.
Okay, it still would have had enough movement to get to Cal within speed, so that's grand. To get within
But
range,
still,
just slap.
it is vulnerable to whatever the fuck.
Wait,
Cal
is
can
it
do.
the first time it actually worked?
That's the first time hobble has worked. Yes.
Based.
Across games. As long as
No,
there's
I think
like-
it worked. It worked once at a pretty important time. I feel like it was during the Brendanwell thing.
Maybe. I don't know. We always
I don't
meme
know.
on it super hard.
Yeah.
The Cal, like, damage would have gone through since Merc couldn't have done anything, so that would have been 32 points of damage, and it's your turn.
Cool. Okay. Trying to think. Damage-wise, I could do some damage, but I could do stupid damage in terms of very stupid action to take, or I can play it safe, which is what I probably should do.
You do you, sweetheart.
No, don't.
Wait for Zamani to be swallowed.
Hey, join the party. It's fun out
What
here.
somebody
Wet.
can't see, what somebody can't see won't hurt it. If there's just a few more stars in Cal's eyes, who knows?
See, it
what
will,
happens.
because the second she looks at you and she sees them, she's going to slap you
An
across the
Icinade
face.
can have 2 large, 4 medium, or 6 small creatures swallowed at a time.
Oh, it's bigger than a purple worm. That's fun.
I'm just
bigger
putting
than a
that out
sapphic worm.
there.
Bigger than a sapphic worm.
This is
Yeah,
our
I'm lonely in
gargantuan
here.
creature.
Come on.
Let's play it safe a little bit. In that case, I should have kept a hold of that ability, because otherwise that would have been a good combination to pull off. But either way, I will cast Synaptic Static on it, and I require it to make another Intelligence saving throw.
I literally can't beat your DC, I don't think. If it's a 19,
Cool. Yes.
that's another legendary action I will spend then.
Cool. Which is spent 2 now or 3? Just
2, I believe.
2? Okay, good. That's what I want. Okay, so that's alright though. That is 8d6 normally, so that's... So do you want to roll 8d6 twice, or for vulnerability, or just roll 8?
No, roll 16d, whatever.
D. Yeah.
Let's
D8.
go.
16 D-snetzes, please.
16d's nuts, please. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I love the double plural.
And it
there.
will be halved.
Nuts is-
52
That's a lot of
halves to
ones.
26.
That is a lot of ones.
That's
Wait,
a lot of these
Wouldn't it be Nadzai then? Like when you have a word with S at the end?
It's like the ancient question of what's the plural of compass?
Campaign.
Nope, I'm not saying that.
That's the problem.
It
All
doesn't
of
work
that
no
is-
matter what you want to say.
Okay, but like, what's the much better version of multiple platypi? Platypus, platypus, platypuses. You know, they're all great.
Platypus.
Well,
Rap!
So,
Oh,
as
could you?
Calicindia, end of your turn,
Mhm.
it looks...
Actually, before I leave that, I am going to.
Haul ass.
Yes, essentially haul us. I'm going to bonus action teleport up here.
Okay. End of your turn?
End of my turn.
It's going to swallow Zamani if it can.
Wait, it's my turn now,
A legendary action at the end of Calicindia's turn.
bitch.
It went, hold on, I'm still
Um,
hungry.
is it Des? Is it restrained or just grappled? Simone.
Grappled.
Does that mean that movement is 0?
Speed is 0 if you're
No.
armed.
Okay. Because mine, I'm going to put adjust position in the chat. It says I'll move the creature within 5 foot.
Well,
So
you
could I
move the
just go
creature.
yoink? Yeah, I'm moving the creature. I'm doing it. I'm not using her
It's a-
movement.
It's a bonus action, so it's not a reaction anyway.
It's a bonus action. Then how did you move the Zamani
Oh
first time?
fuck! I thought it was a
Instantaneous.
reaction.
But it's instantaneous, right?
No, it's a bonus action.
But it's a
I thought-
bonus
Bonus
action.
action spell.
Fuck.
Oh.
Well,
Sorry,
that's
So that
Des,
means Zamani should have taken the damage for the first one, but it doesn't matter.
Sorry, Des. Yeah,
It
That's
would have
okay.
made sense for it to be a reaction, though. I understand why you thought that.
yeah, that makes too much sense.
Well, check. These are two versions of that. Just double check both.
Yep, we'll do.
Because I feel like we had that as well in the fight
No,
against
it is
Uncle.
a just positioning again, as both the versions are.
Bonus. And adjust positioning is battle magic, whereas adjust position is not.
Well, we go with the deep magic as a standard, but I was just checking.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to retroactively go back and apply 80 something damage to Zamani now that we're this far past it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
also I would
yeah.
be dead at or not.
But either
Right.
way, that
I'd
is
be
a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
I mean, don't sound too excited about it.
I don't want to get bored.
It's fine. The
well,
one
that's
is
okay, I
fine.
rolled lower
Zamani,
this
jump
time.
in.
Okay, but did you roll below 38 lower?
1 second. Oh, actually, maybe. 36. 36.
30.
And you're swallowed.
Can I not be swallowed?
You're blinded and restrained.
Oh, hey.
As
How-
you
how it
feel,
goes.
Rainer, you feel like you're down there and you just feel something like feet hit the top of your head.
Ow.
Okay.
But as you said, Zamani, correctly so, it is your turn.
Yep. Can I dimension door out of it?
Put the dimension door in the. In the
100%. It's not something
Yeah,
you have
you
to be
can.
able to see.
I think
I
you
should be
can.
able to grab Rainier and dimension door out.
You're restrained.
That's
How would you
pretty
grab her?
She's
touching her
next to
already.
me.
You just said I bonked her head with my feet.
Correct, doesn't say.
You don't have to grab the person, you just have to be in contact, and you're in contact with them. Doesn't it?
That's actually cool.
Yeah, that's. Tell
That's
yourself.
actually
I'm
valid.
sure.
This I just
That's
want to point
okay.
out this is the first time I'm using a spell slot not for
Okay.
I mean, good
people.
use. Good use. Because, like, we can't
After-
even get healed in here.
45 weeks. This is
That's
my
good.
first
What's your
time.
carrying capacity?
How do I find out my carrying capacity?
In what? Okay.
So you can also bring one willing creature of your size or smaller who is carrying gear up to its carrying capacity. The creature. Okay, so never mind that. I misread that. She would arrive place already.
So it means you can't
this can just work.
overload someone. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. And I can go kind of far away, so I want to go like. Wait, where am I? I can't grab my person. Oh, there I am. I want to go like far. Give me away for this worm.
Like down
Absolutely.
near Ranger Boy.
As I say, you'd probably be better off going the other direction. Feeling it
Other
far
direction?
away, because he was, down toward where I am.
To the Svein
Yeah.
part of town.
Then you have to be beside Svein.
Yeah, it's
True.
trade-off, really.
It's a sacrifice we're willing to make. To not get bored again.
Yeah.
Also, Sven does have healing, so really it's not that
Yeah,
bad.
Svein does have healing, and he did make that known. So yeah, I would probably do that, but still being like over here and grabbing Rainier and get rid of Rainier like right here.
When we
So,
get out, Rain's
You
like,
both
thanks.
just avoided 8d8 acid damage. Congratulations.
What does Zamani's dimension door look like?
You can't see it.
True.
No, the other side. The other side
True,
of it.
you do see the other side of it. I don't know. It's kind of like her
Like purple
magic used to
smoke?
be very green, but it's not really anymore. It's just kind of like a gray wisp that kind of like comes in a circle, and then they just pop right through it, and then it blows away like ash.
Noise.
And then
As we
acid
pop out,
begins to splatter.
Rain is like,
Well, no, because it's
you didn't
disintegration
read the
right
sign.
now, so it's changed
Somebody-
the way her magic looks.
do you know if it can read? It didn't read my sign.
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
Damn. Rain is like pouting. Goddamn. I wrote that.
I look
One
over
fish
saying
that
it.
doesn't fear you.
Wait, that was
Yeah.
wait, was that action or bonus?
That's your action.
Bonus.
So I can't use my second attack because I didn't technically attack it, right?
No, but your bow's speed is that you can make an attack
It's
as a bonus action?
Yeah.
Fuck him up.
Let me double check the wording on the bow speed.
Yeah, because does it have to have had an attack before? Is my thought.
It's a bonus action.
You can make one
It's just a
attack
bonus
with
action.
it as a bonus action on each of your turns.
Okay, so I
Heck
can just
yeah.
attack it.
Again.
Get him.
Cool.
Waste him.
I'm happy but sad right now.
Is it 20?
Because of Hexblade's curse, it's a 19, so it counts
is a
as a crit. But I don't have any fun things to go with it.
Oh,
Still
You've got
good
a
though.
sneak attack.
You have-
It's still,
yeah,
it's
you
still
know
the
spell
first
sneak
attack on your.
Yeah,
It's still
that-
the first attack on your turn, and I'm
Yes.
within range of it.
You have to
Or
do
do
it in
I have
5
to be
feet
in
for sneak
melee?
cut. So you
You have to be,
within 5
an
feet
enemy
of
with-
melee.
Yeah,
So it's
Yeah.
just the bow.
that's lucky.
yeah.
That's
Well,
still.
that's
Well,
why when you get
just the bow plus sharpshooter.
Wait,
The-
maybe I missed it. Who used the grave domain thingy? Was it already
That
used?
was me.
That's already
Oh,
happened.
okay.
Yeah,
Calisindra
Cal-
consumed it.
Yeah, he went nom.
So then does
You went
the,
gnome.
is it just the dice that get doubled?
Just the dice. So 2d8 plus dex plus 10.
Still good.
Okay.
There's still damage.
True. It's just
better than what
Never
Spain
turn
did.
away
Spain
that
did
20.
deal damage.
Yeah,
spicy damage.
it is better than Spain.
Spain, all Spain did was just make sure he knows where it is. That's all Spain's done.
He just put a tag on it, just like one of
He
those
did.
ear tags.
He's
Just went-
tagged and he's trying to release it. He's trying to push it over the side of the boat, like, go away, fuck off.
Yeah,
That's still 30 damage. And it doesn't
That's
feel
still
as
30
satisfying.
damage.
that's
Also
still
on initiative
great.
count 20 as well, kind of losing initiative. You see people bringing up this large brass ornate bell as the kind of guard captain that you've seen so far just shouts out, "Keep it distracted for another little bit." So for mechanics, keep it distracted for one more turn. They have something to do.
Easy.
Cool.
Cool.
This will be fun.
Okay. And it's not like blooded yet, yeah? It's like chilling.
No. The Isonade is it's not something you so much defeat in combat.
Hmm.
But Svain. Actually, end of Zamani's
Alright.
turn, I should have. No, I have no more actions. I correct myself.
What a
Spain.
convenient lord. So for Spain's turn, he's going to walk up to Rainier and go, "Fucking shit, you look horrible," and he's going to cure wounds.
Do my best. Thanks.
So it's going to be a big cure wounds at 4th level, which is how much dice?
Is the cure wound just that real like chatty like clap you on the shoulder? Just like
You'll be alright.
Cure wounds. For as Spain goes to cast it, looks like his hand that he goes to touch Rainier with begins to be imbued with the essence of the woad, and essentially it transfers from his hand into Rainier, bolstering her health again.
No,
Once I work out
Uh-huh.
how many fucking dice I need to roll here.
yeah, it's a lot.
I'm very happy that I did not turn last turn, because I'd be like,
Trying to throw
Trying
hands,
to attack
absolutely.
us,
yeah, throwing hands, yeah.
Yeah.
And to
People
be
are helping me.
honest,
Ah.
Spain would probably see that and go, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah.
Ow, fuck, don't do that again. Stop it, please, fuck's sake.
I'm
Dude,
trying
what the
to help
fuck?
you.
Alright, so it's gonna
If
be...
you keep this up, I'm taking your hat.
5d8.
Oh, not my hat.
That's what actually causes the
Bit of
bloodlust.
kickbacks
The
then.
acid melting the hat.
It's that special hat that was given to me, you know? It's very
Hmm.
important.
I think that's right. 23 health.
That's good. That's good.
I've made my screen slightly bigger by accident. Someone please can help. I am apparently technologically bad.
What, your whole monitor? Wow, that's impressive.
You just added inches on your monitor?
Ooh. Can you do that to other things?
Say when.
Or apparently in boxing class you can.
And by accident?
Oh, I just added inches. Oops. Wanna see pics?
So at the start of its turn, it refreshes.
Wait.
Hold.
Let me...
Bonus action.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Why is Raph hold his hand out? I'm scared. I just want to double check and make sure there is nothing else I would like to do other than go invisible, of course. Just to check all my bonus actions. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking dip and go invisible.
Just heal Rainier and go fade.
And then
So he's just like, fucker.
so Nature's Veil, he disappears in like a puff of fucking leaves and shit. It's like he goes and he's gone.
One of Merc's eyes just goes.
Would that
Why does it
sound
have to have
ew?
a sound effect?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they all do. It's just no one's listening.
Ice Knight's turn. It's going to target the thing that's been hurting it a lot.
It's
So it
me.
Not
moves.
me, right? It's definitely not
Alessander.
me. Okay, thank God.
Fuck off.
You both have been doing fairly equal damage. So first thing, it's going to try and smash down with its tail. That is a 24 to hit.
Ooh, that just hits, actually.
Just hits?
Your AC.
Hey, I
dude.
got 22 AC.
Yeah,
That's
your AC is
34
fucked.
bludgeoning damage.
34. Okay.
And then it's going to attempt to bite you.
Cool.
19 on the dice. So a gajillion.
Alright.
Hey, good Gillian.
Let me think for a second here. Okay, cool. You just see as a familiar portal will just open up as its jaws go through and it just ends up on top of its own head biting itself. As
Fuck
I'll
yeah.
reaction cast Wayward Strike.
It's the Snake mobile game. It's just
I was thinking Portal, but yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
So it's just know you, the spell.
That's decent damage on itself.
But is it physical damage because it's immune, isn't it?
I'm sure its teeth are magical.
No.
Just
Oh.
Cool.
nothing.
We can't actually kill it anyway, so this is just redirecting the damage away from me.
I mean, you're not dying and you're not inside.
Yeah.
That's a win.
Yeah.
Rainier.
You didn't have to get bored.
Yeah.
Feral.
So
Unless-
Excuse me?
that's a big run. That's a big run. Even with my speed, I can't get there. So I'll just take out
Shoot it.
my crossbow, I guess. Yeah. I'll have to
Sniper.
redo my fucking Crimson Right though. Ugh.
Sorry, you've got some
Oh,
more
it's a-
health now. You've got some.
No, it's another one. I'm getting lucky with this. So I'm just gonna pew pew. Shoot the
I
bitch.
find it funny how Sven goes to all this effort of healing you, and then you just go, "Hey,
Is your
Sven, fuck you."
crossbow magical?
Yes, now that I put my Crimson Right in, it is.
Perfect.
Now that I've bled on it.
The first one does not hit. That's a 1 on a dice. Like,
Definitely not.
yeah, just
I'm
sailing away. That's the second natural 20 though.
Oh.
That's Pog. The damage is not going to be like huge, but you know, it's something. It's 2d10s and my 2d8s, so that's nice. Okay, so that's 15 piercing and 13 thunder. Thunder.
Okay.
I did that, but I was muted. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I got you.
Okay. End of your turn?
Yes, sir.
I,
Okay. I'll move a little bit closer in case I need to run to the dude and like get someone out of there. I want to be there. Yeah, I'll be there.
I'm gonna try and chomp down at Calisander with first legendary action.
Trying to bore him, part 2.
Don't war.
Calisander's done
Please don't war.
I think you're misunderstanding how much damage Cal's done. That's an 18 on the dice plus modifiers.
Which will do it. It's one of the beats 22, yeah. Which I imagine it does.
That's pretty. Ooh, pretty good. 18, 7.
I was fucking muted.
48
Which
points of piercing damage.
Got it.
And what
You're
were you
up?
saying, AJ?
No, don't worry. I think I assume that adding +5 to Cal's AC wouldn't really have affected much with.
No, it would have been 18 plus. Its modifier is plus 14. So.
Okay, cool. All good.
So, Calcindir. Death Ward pops.
Mhm.
So, Death Ward is popped, and you're grappled. Mercastiel.
Right.
Cal's in here like, I should have fucking used the shard.
Yeah, like, fuck. 1 HP within the dream, let's go.
Welcome to my world. I mean, to be fair, I do have double your HP right now.
You all only have to survive 2 more legendary actions before this bell is
a
brought up.
second.
The only issue is if it's worrying Cal in the moment and the bell is brought up and it leaves.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's an issue.
Cal,
Yeah.
You have teleport,
Bullshit.
right?
wait, Cal still has a dagger of telepoofing.
Telepoofing. I like the
Mercastiel.
name.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking. So do I do that for a con save or do I do that for a con save?
I'm scared.
You don't want this
Cool,
thing to flee with someone in its stomach.
No.
You watch as the last little
No.
dregs of the rose bushes
No.
that are still like latched onto this
The
creature,
oisiest you've ever been.
as it's moved, begin to decay and like take some life out of this creature as I'm casting blight on it.
Noise.
Let's go for.
Save?
I'm gonna pick the spell level. I'm gonna go for. Let's go for a 6th level blight. So this will be 10d8
Is that a con save, though?
total.
Is that what I'm... if I'm
Con
correct?
save, yes.
That is a total of 30.
Cool. It's gonna take half as much. I'm assuming it's not a plant.
Nope.
It's a respectable 46.
Halved.
Yeah,
Irrespective.
it is.
It's still good though.
Okay.
And you have like no healing, yeah? Like 0 healing.
No, I'm not healing empty. It's just I'm currently like casting spells and can't cast more than one spell in a round,
Rip.
which is a shame. But also, I do better heals when people are unconscious today, because I do max healing when they're unconscious.
Okay. Cal, die, please. On your turn, can you just like
Basically,
die?
Cal plus die.
Gotcha.
I
L
put a
plus
white hot
ratio
meme
plus
in
you
the
dead.
Discord server if you guys want to see it.
Eldritch Blast. Yeah.
So, end of that turn, it's going to try and swallow Calicindir.
Yeah, here it comes.
25.
Hey, does Merc still have that +5 AC thing?
Merc already did it.
Yep.
Merc already did it?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
No,
No,
she
okay.
didn't.
I decided not to.
Okay.
I upcast it to 7th level because I just used my only 6th. So +5 as a reaction.
Cool.
There you go.
That won't hit me then.
Okay.
You're also immune to force damage. And that's for
That's cool.
for a round.
That's nice. That's nice.
Based.
That's solid.
So if you have to make a saving throw that deals damage, you take half as much damage on a fail and none on a successful.
With
So,
1 HP, I don't know
yes.
how effective half as much damage will be, but it's still really good.
Eh.
so then... Calicindir, your turn.
Am I still on my spot or am I like...
No,
going
you're
closer
grappled up
towards
in the
us?
air with it, technically.
Okay, cool. In that case, I'm going to use my dagger to teleport 30 feet away.
Okay.
So... over here. And then I am just going to walk an additional 30 feet to the bottom of these stairs over here.
Are you okay?
Did you see my meme?
It was a beautiful
No, I'm
name.
sorry, Daria. Just hit me real hard. We're talking about the C word that we can't say on stream.
Just
The
casual
Australian
conversations about the
as it
C
was.
word.
But yeah, that's going. Actually, no, that's just a bonus action to teleport. So Cal's just going to turn around and just let out a few Eldritch Blasts at it as a final fuck you.
I think you
Um,
should say it, Cal.
No.
That is a 26 to hit, which will hit. And that does 11 damage. Which, do you want me to read out the damage, or will it matter?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
So.
But yeah. That second one hits. And the last one hits. So they all hit. Damage doesn't matter.
So as
they all
you
hit.
let out blast and then initiative counting, losing ties, you see about 5 guys holding this large ornate bell have this large hammer and they strike it. And you see this shrill as the Isonade curls up, almost like these all small little holes along its body start like reacting, like opening, closing to the sound, and it's ready to just dip and run. So congratulations, you survived the Isonade encounter.
Hey.
Good job, team.
Ta-da!
Now I saw your meme, Des.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was top tier.
It was pretty good, yeah.
Ironically, it's
Also,
harder to
just-
find a less sus swallow gift.
I can imagine, yeah. And that's still pretty sus, so like
Oh,
the
yeah.
bar is high.
Trying to type the phrase head pat into that GIF search bar is very dangerous for like 0.3 seconds.
Oh no.
So,
Um,
as combat ends, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break as our heroes reel from combat. This is the bit of the stream where we just talk about what's important in the world. It's still the situation in Ukraine, so if you're not aware of what's going over there, how? Just if it's within your means to go and help out over there. It's cool. If you can't, just be aware of what's happening in the world. We'll see you in 5.
Raph, how
Welcome back. This is a pain. Dari, you have a question for chat.
Yeah.
Do you want me to ask him? Just stream 18 plus?
No.
So,
All right.
as you reel from your recent encounter with the protector of the Fane of Water, Rainier, that seemed like prejudice and discrimination.
Yeah, I felt offended. I felt disrespected.
Yeah, it's all right, Randy. It's all right.
I'm not sure it can read.
Otherwise, I'd be very scared of you.
Mm.
Yeah.
But also, did anyone have any idea what the hell that thing was?
I mean,
No,
I was
that
fishing the
is-
entire day. Maybe that was my catch.
That
Guys,
was
would
a
I know
big
much
ass
about it?
worm as far as I know.
Roll me a nature check.
Great days. Am I? No.
Advantage because woad.
Straight 16.
Sorry,
Advantage
16.
because of word? If
Um,
there's an advantage?
No.
Damn it.
I would say you don't know particularly about this creature, but you know from the woad that there's specific things within the woad, the fanes of the woad, the particular regions that are protected by exceptionally strong beings. You feel like that's probably one of them, or God, you hope it is. Otherwise, the strong being makes you scared.
Well, based on the fact that it wrecked our fucking ship, I'm going to assume it is a protector of the water, is my guess. If it's not, then we're fucked. But hopefully it is.
Can we send Watcher some messages like, "Hey, we're not here to fuck with shit. We're just passing through."
Based on the way it indiscriminately went for you without any second thought, Rainier, I don't think you can do that.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's overly. I don't know if it likes to talk. I think the teeth might have gotten in the way a bit of talking. Probably. As Merc's untying the rope.
How is the ship looking?
Is
Is it enough to bring us to the
No, so
destination?
the top deck is heavily dented down to the first floor, but it wasn't the Assenade's goal to destroy the ship. It wanted one particular target, and then others started attacking. So it
I feel
reacted.
wanted for once.
Damn.
The first time ever.
How
Do I
weird question. Sorry. How
No, you
wide
go.
are the boards that are cracked? Like,
I would
would they be
say-
a foot or less than a foot, please?
1 second. Yeah, about a foot.
You got a mending on speed dial, huh?
Yeah, Merc's going to spend some time as best she can, just going around every 10 minutes, mend a plank. Every 10 minutes, mend a plank.
There's carpenters on ship who, as the half-elven person, kind of looks over all of you and goes, "What the fuck did you all do in the woad?"
Right, that's not all
We
of us,
walked.
but I understand.
True. I didn't do shit.
Quick question, will that come back?
We haven't seen it in a long time.
Right.
Assenade doesn't normally attack the ship. All of us have decent relationships with the woad. We have the bell for just in case it's enchanted to repel it. We'll keep it out on deck for now.
Most of us also have pretty good relationships with the woad too.
Yeah, totally.
Mm. Most of us is the key word there.
It's Merc.
Rainier, I've never been in the woad.
Either way, should we be clear, at least until the journey is complete?
We'll strike the bell on the hour. So sleep will be a bit
Yeah.
disruptive, but we will be able to keep it away.
It's alright.
Well, thank you for that.
You handled yourself well.
Thank you.
Thank you for keeping it distracted.
I would like to
course.
take a short rest.
Mm-hmm. Same.
That would be nice, yeah.
Oh,
The body
ruined it.
hurts.
I imagine we're all just like in a corner on the ship, just leaning back. Rainey's just gone back to fishing.
Rainy, stop it.
Merc's just working on her tan.
I mean, I got one pretty big.
Is something, that's for sure.
Well, looks like you handled yourself pretty well there, Svein. Got out of there when you
Yeah.
realized it was getting rough.
Well, it's as a team, we have to utilize each of our strengths. And as a beloved member of the Woad, I saw this creature and I knew that it wouldn't attack me. And I was capable of supporting the people whom it may attack.
So what
So
you're
I
saying is
focus
your
on my
strength is running away
My strength is making sure you don't die.
after you run away. Got it.
Did you die?
I mean, that's
Did you run
valuable,
away?
But
well, running away is better than getting eaten.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm fucking with you. It was good magic. Don't worry.
yeah, I was being sincere when I said you did well.
You gotta understand, Svein. When you're with this crew, you gotta have good sense of humor. I'll teach you the ways.
Or even no sense of humor. Rainier does fine.
Rainy, with all due fucking respect. No.
No, okay. You say that now. Wait till you get to see me on the open mic night. Oh,
You know what?
What's a mic?
Rainy? Let's
Who's
do
mic?
let's do an open stage night tonight then.
no, I need to prepare my staff. Listen,
No. A true comedian like you can do it off the top of their head. I reckon you can do it. Let's do an open stage night for all the crew to hear.
okay, fine, but you're not allowed to leave until I'm done with my set.
Fair.
God.
Hal's just
Can we
saying
leave?
a prayer under his breath. Just being like, please.
So's
get me,
Merc.
get me away from this. Get me away from this. Don't make me
Merc
watch
does
the
too,
children
but
act.
takes like 4 times as long as she prays to each of them.
Even Celelio?
All 4.
So we're taking short rest?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
So let me just. Okay. So you get your short rest, regain spell slots if you have them. You can spend hit dice if you want to.
Merc will also pop a prayer of healing just to bolster
thank you.
everyone's reserves a bit. Let's go.
Can I
Let's
ask
go
a
third
silly
level.
question? Because we haven't done a short rest in like a while.
Go for it.
We have 1 hit dice per level, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
all have 14.
yeah, everyone gets 15 hit points from me, and then whatever you want to get for yourself.
How do Rainier's
You're
really
welcome.
smell like after being inside the beast? It's better than
Oh,
not.
Somebody's first thing. She is prestidigitating her entire self.
Nice.
Me, please. Also me, same
Duality
hat.
of man. Goddamn.
Your angle and your double. I love that gremlin laughing.
Look, I'm just laughing at this stupid joke because it was funny. All right, don't pick on my laugh.
Because you will take your short rest throughout the day. Rainier, give us a set. what jokes do you tell?
God, please wait. I'm doing math. You can't. I'm still doing math. Can you stop?
That's the joke.
Yeah. I will. Don't you fucking worry. Just 8
Oh no,
plus 32.
I'm scared.
Hold on. Don't you worry. I got you.
No, I'm worried.
Sometimes peer pressuring your allies into making shitty jokes in front of the entire crew is the way to go, really.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it's not.
Okay. So I guess, like, where are we when that happens?
Well, you're on the ship taking your short rest. You're just in the general area. If you want to if you want to ask for an audience, you can do so.
Ask for an audience. Okay, so like when Rainy is less bloody and less stinky, she's like, I'll let you know, I had 3 years to perfect my craft in prison because the audience couldn't go anywhere, so I had a lot of practice time. So that's pretty good.
No.
Hey, Corsair's Cove rating with a party 20. As Daria is about to do her own stand-up as
timing.
Rainier. So please be ready for the worst jokes you're ever going to hear.
Of course.
How's your thing going? What were you doing?
Thank you,
Welcome.
Corsairs.
Playing some D&D, some Dungeons and/or Dragons. Hope you had a good time. We just fought a big lake worm that really fucked up the party. But
You only swallowed 2 of us.
so, Rainier, please.
Yes. So, guys, I had 3 years to perfect this, so you might not get it from the first try, but I'll give you a couple of minutes. I'll give you a couple of my best jokes. We'll start with a classic. So stupid. What does a sprinter eat before a race? Nothing.
Oh no.
See, they fast because running fast.
If I can provide a little critique here, Raina, don't explain
No.
the jokes because that's kind of
But
that's
like,
the impact.
you won't get it otherwise. You haven't had the time to perfect your craft as I did.
Boo. The crew.
See, I would have thought.
Who the fuck said that?
Rainier, I thought the answer to the joke would have been runner beans, but anyway.
That's dumb, Merc. That's dumb.
I just realized.
Okay, I have another one. I have a dog-based joke. Okay, it's a dog-based.
nice.
Everyone loves dogs, right? Hey, crew. You know
But
how
no one
like,
loves this.
Hey, I got a first heckler. I'm gonna see you after dark, fucking you bitch. I have my claws. Anyway.
It's
do you
Jarn
call-
beer.
Yeah. He came out
He's come out just
for
to
that
shit
one.
Raina.
She's like, oh, what's happening? Boo! Okay. What do you call a dog magician?
Oh, no.
Anyone?
What?
Labracadabra door.
Child minor illusions
Labracadabra,
to boot.
don't.
Hey, I'll have you know, in Fate Prison, that one was a great one. Moonlit King fucking laughed for 5 minutes, okay? Like, he and I became
Right.
buds after this one.
Did you go to prison for your humor?
I wish
Mentioning-
that had been it.
Just very quickly in there, Des. The Moonlit King, does that like ring any bells? Is that like a
Um,
name that's sort of like, ooh.
No, it's not. I wouldn't think it'd be commonly known among anyone amongst the party.
Yeah.
Just the players.
Yeah, that's the players.
Just the
Especially in
players.
recent years, it's become a very, very much an unknown name.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's kind of a
I give
chill
a fuck.
dude nowadays. Okay, fine. You know what, Jornvir, here's one for you. How do you call a fat psychic? A fortune teller.
I don't have a heckle. That was just incredibly poor.
You're poor. With a sense of humor.
Can anyone minor illusion the sound of crickets?
Jordan just does it straight
Yeah.
up.
Crickets appear.
Yeah. How does minor
I
illusions
like how Jordan
a
came out of
tumbleweed
his
just like
fucking
falling across?
magic hut just for that.
Just a heckle. Yeah,
Yeah,
just a
just the
heckle.
heck. Look, he had so much aggression towards the Kingfishers.
Dude,
And
Zamani
we
tries
have
so
against
hard
you.
to be normal and appeasing towards him that it just doesn't fucking work.
No.
However, they're just like swallowing it down, like, oh, so you gave a shard to the paladins, like, and everyone else just freaking off.
Anyway, everyone knows a great comedian has mastered the rule of 3, so that's my 3 jokes. I'll be here all week. Try the chicken.
Was that a fourth
There's
joke,
no
or was that
chicken.
just...
Tough crowd, man. Tough crowd.
Right, that was... Anyway, anyone else want to...
Yeah,
Maybe
fucking
don't
do
throw
better
us off
than
the
me.
ship.
Y'all,
Can
hey,
we
Jordan
leave?
Beer. Hey, Jordan
He's getting
Beer.
back into his fucking
Oh,
boys.
you're scared now, aren't you? I see.
He's like, he came out for like a couple like bits of food and he's just like, he just heads back in.
Yeah, because you can't do fucking better. The dog joke was
Alright.
badass, you know it.
I have a dog-related one if you want.
Sure.
What do you get when you cross an insomniac, a dyslexic, and an agnostic?
Or
You
Ragnarok?
get someone who lies awake at night, wondering if there is a dog.
I'm
Before
gonna
the
get back to my
door
quarters.
closed. Boo.
I mean, honestly, you should have opened my act because everyone would have laughed at mine.
Thanks, Rainier.
Are we
Oh.
excused? Can I?
No, you're not excused.
away?
Fucking give us your best joke.
That's my
No, I
favorite
don't
joke,
have
you
any jokes
fuckers.
prepared.
Can I roll stealth?
You have no jokes, Cal? Not a
Yes.
single one? Your life is.
That just felt like a personal attack.
Listen, I'm trying. I'm trying around here. I'm the only one. Give us a dad joke. You have
What do you
those.
mean? I tried.
30?
30, you're gone. Mercastio
Cool.
sees you slip away.
Oh, you little. You get out of this? What?
What's the humor like for the elves down below?
I mean,
The
better than
elves
that.
down under?
Yeah, exactly. I
Certainly better than that. I don't know. I'm not a particularly joke person. I don't have jokes prepared. I mean, look, Svein, why don't you go first? You seem to have some.
Okay, I really love
Wow,
that Ted is
deflecting.
starting to tell jokes. It makes me happy.
Oh, have they?
I mean,
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm not really, not really a joker. It's not really my thing.
Okay.
You're more like a jester.
No.
But
I can give it a go if you want. Fane's
Well,
going
go
to
ahead.
get up, brush himself off, like really just brush everything. But he's not brushing anything, he's just delaying time trying to think of jokes.
Taking
Gets up,
advantage of this, Cal's just going to try and just slip away.
Stealth.
Can I catch him?
Stealth. That's pretty shit. That's not great. That's a 10. That's a 10.
No, you're not going
Easy.
anywhere.
Fuck's sake.
You're enjoying this with us.
resting in her hammock.
Please.
All right.
Oh, I really want to
So,
cast silence on
Yesterday I
that
put
one.
a deposit on a new bed.
Cool. Now
Well
that's
done,
funny.
I guess. Congratulations.
What's the joke?
Oh, Cal.
I don't think there is one.
So actually recently I bought a new quill that writes underwater.
Throat
Oh,
clearing.
you
I
don't
feel like
know-
he can
you
keep
don't
going.
know
This
any-
is amazing.
You
Like,
don't know
it's
any
only you guys
punchlines.
left. All the crew has, like, left at this stage.
Oh, you poor man, you don't know any punchlines.
Last week I shot my first turkey.
Well done.
Svein, please stop this incredible heat and let Cal take a shot. He's obviously trying. Come on, Cal. I can see you're like
Can
eager
I play
to.
cards and drinking games with the crew underneath?
Yeah,
the bed?
they're making fun of the kingfisher.
Oh, I'm diving in on that.
For those
I am
curious,
Ripping into my friends now.
for those curious, Spain is telling anti-jokes.
Yeah, no, we got it.
Just a
And we
setup.
are
It is so funny.
anti-laughing
I
right
love
now.
them. I love them so much. I love anti-jokes. They're so stupid.
So, Cal,
Hmm?
you have all that wisdom. Not a single joke. Come on.
All
I
right.
have all the wisdom. He has all the intelligence. What are you talking about?
What do you call an elf that won't share?
Cal.
Elfish.
Hey, I mean that's pretty good though. Took you a while, but you got there.
That's me done. That's my entire routine wrapped up.
I thought my
I'm
punchline
finished.
was better. No, offense,
Probably
Cal.
was. Now I'm off. I'll see you around.
Bye.
Is that what the smell is?
Wow, we're just
Oh,
keeping
why is
going,
that-
huh?
So, like, how much have I befriended the crew at this point by just like ripping into my own friend's sense of humor?
Look, there's a lot of laughing coming from the other side of the common area. And so the rest of the kingfishers huddle up trying to tell jokes to each other. There's a lot of them just...
Cal's hiding. Cal's just walked off, just trying to just find somewhere away
I mean,
from
we got one out of him. That's pretty good.
Yeah, honestly.
King of
that's-
evasion
that's
over here
incredible.
still got us with one zinger.
So we go to bed.
So as you all bed down for the evening, Zamani, and I will say if you have a passive perception of 18 or above as well. Zamani, first of all, you hear a knock as you all bed down in the evening. There's not where Jarnvir's door is, the other side, like almost directly opposite. You see a very almost like rustic tavern doorway. A familiar one to you. You've seen it once before.
Wait, when did I see it?
And Xerxes walked out of it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was the same one. Do I notice that my friends have noticed the door or not?
If they have a passive perception of 18 or higher, they have.
Let's go. I can see it.
Let's go.
Have you all noticed the door, or are some of you just
Is that
fucking
a door?
oblivious?
I'm at 16.
Cool. I'll kick you in the hammock as I start
Ow.
walking towards the door.
Oh, a door.
I don't say anything to anyone. I'm just like,
Random doors just don't appear. Perhaps we should be a bit careful about this.
it's fine, Cal. Don't worry about it. Come on.
Are we going into the door?
Come on.
Is
I
Zamani
think I
saying
know
so
this.
too?
I think I know.
Come
this
on.
vague
I just go.
thing.
All right. All
We're
right.
go.
going to the door.
Walk through.
I trust this.
I don't.
As you
You don't
walk
go?
through, there is a maybe mid-20s human girl, short like brown hair and a bob, vibrant green eyes. Welcome to the tavern. We've been expecting you.
Thank you.
Your host awaits you.
I give her.
Where are we? Exactly, if you don't
Not-
mind me asking.
Not the host, surely.
Your host awaits you.
Well, let's not keep them waiting, shall we? Whoever they are.
Wow.
This feels almost sacrilegious to me.
Hmm.
Too bad.
As you walk through, you head up this kind of like beautiful staircase that leads out into this large open common area where there's a large, deep wood bar with a human man standing behind it. Pretty scruffy in look, like definitely hasn't shaved in a few days, long brown hair. Strewn around, there's no one really at the tables, bar in one corner, like booth. There is a beautiful purple-skinned tiefling man with long black hair and unfurled wings just laying around. He raises a glass to you all.
Is this your cousin? Looks like a cousin.
Yes,
it's
we are
fine.
cousins.
Hello there.
And alas, welcome all. As the then standing up from the table walks over. You all, you look like you had a rough day. So perhaps a good night's rest.
Thank you.
A few questions first. Who are you? Are you the host of this place we've come to that we were told about?
No,
or-
that is host over there behind the bar. You may
How-
call me Xerxes.
Oh. Right.
Does Cal know of Xerxes?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
As
The money
the
also would have told him.
man behind the tavern, you see the same girl that guided you all, and about 4 more identical copies of her come down. So each of them come to you guys. Each, as they speak in unison, like almost like a cacophony between them all as they start speaking.
Creepy.
Your rooms have been arranged to your liking. You'll find them upstairs on the 2nd floor.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
And they just repeat the same phrase.
Useless. Gotcha.
Right.
Do you know of the gods and saints and well, obviously no saints, but do you know of Xerxes and host, Sven?
I've heard of them, but I usually stick to the woad as it's the thing that is closer to me.
Well, now you've
Yeah,
met.
that's fair.
Congratulations.
I believe you mentioned to me, Zamani, that you all needed well, you were looking for a safe place to talk with some people.
It was, yes. Thank
A
you.
safe place.
Oh, thank you. Xerxes.
You most
Actually,
certainly will.
does it? Are Zamani's eyes the heterochromia eyes while
Yep.
she's in here?
They are.
Ooh, that's cool.
Question: this place we're in appears some sort of separate plane. That is correct.
I suppose you could call it that. It's best if you don't think about it too much.
Right,
The
but
pocket
I'm
plane.
judging from the fact
Not an
that
issue.
going off the fact that Samani's eyes have changed, this place severs connection somewhat between patrons and
Well,
so forth.
unless they are invited in. Host's
Right,
Tavern
which-
is a place of rest and respite from all that could affect you.
Right. Right.
As all of you will
Well,
look
I
around, you
feel
do
we
see
could-
a bunch of doors on the walls that have many symbols that are familiar of many gods that you would notice, and some symbols of regions of hell, archfey, but none of them have a doorknob to open or close of their own volition.
Mhm. Do I feel a weaker connection to my gods in here?
Not particularly, no.
Good.
No,
Well, I
it's
suppose
just-
we should take advantage of this hospitality.
yes. Very much so.
Eat, drink, bathe, enjoy your night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Xerxes.
Would you like
Giovanni.
to chat us? Yes?
You said we need to talk about something with someone.
I wanted to talk with you all. Because we're doing something rather dangerous soon with wanting to go get the hostages.
Hmm.
I've kind of come up with another plan. But it's a bit of a long shot. And of course it relies a lot on you, and I gesture over to Cal, and how you want
Me.
to handle your people.
What are you proposing?
I think that what is his name?
Trannan?
Trannan. Yeah.
Trannan?
I want to reach out to and befriend Trannan and try to use an alliance between the two of you to use the Starless and the Paladelfs to create a two-fronted war on the Jericho Keep at the time when we go to get the hostages back.
Isn't there currently a massive army from Cal's people going towards Paladin elf people?
Not that you guys would know of.
Oh, never mind.
This cat
What'd
wouldn't
you
have
say,
told
Rainier?
you that.
That is a great idea. Yes.
That's
Rainier just
crazy,
bleeds from the
Rainier.
nose, head explodes.
Listen, and that's my god knowledge just like piping up, you know?
Like
Actually,
I know
great question. Would I just like know some things about the dark elves now because I just have all the like deaths and shit? I would know about
the
their
Starless.
history.
The Starless.
It's,
the Paladin.
you
Who are
know
you
the
talking
emotions
about?
that are being felt. You like trying to track a specific point of that memory immediately makes you go into a swirl of migraines.
I'm not asking like if I know specifics, but like I understand there's a lot of hatred between these two.
Between the
I
paladin
understand
and the,
emotions. Yeah.
you understand that there's a lot of animosity between them,
Okay.
between the paladin and the stars, even just from
Then
time
I
around
will-
Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I will rephrase the question. Like they seem to have beef.
I know.
We
But
probably have chicken as well, but what's the point?
The stand up is done, Merc.
they
This is
both hate
serious
the
times.
Jericho. The enemy of my enemy is my friend to a certain extent.
Do Pallid elves also fight Durkle?
They do.
I'm just gonna put my 2 cents in here real quick. I come from an order that stemmed from the Paladelf culture. They barely fought the Darkul. It was more of a if they ended up on their front door, they'll deal with them sort of situation. That's why the Darrow Conclave formed to try and
Yes.
create a front.
But they are on the front door right now. They're on everybody's front door right now because they're working with my brain is just saying Solilio, the other S
Samael.
word. Samael. because they're
Wow.
working with
I don't
Samael.
I don't
I
disagree
know that
with
it was
you.
just,
It's just
a sound.
I don't
association.
disagree with you, Samani. It's just whether or not the leaders of that nation will agree.
I know, but I think it's worth a shot.
I'm happy to help if it because I have had past
Hey, 10
relations
bits.
with them.
Hey, that's
Um,
bogey.
This is not
Let's
cool.
go.
I'm thinking of creating a
Uh,
D&D challenge for myself. Any tips?
Well,
Just do it. Just do it. That's the tip.
Zamani, do you have any specific angle? Because it seems like that would require us to like really stray from our road and possibly abandon the plan that is already in motion.
Because I believe that the plan that's already in motion will lead to at least one of us dying.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, like, do you have a specific, like, evidence-based thing that we can, like, implore Pallid Elves with?
This is where I'm hoping that a certain Calisandir pops in with his personal feelings around a certain Pallid Elf, because it requires that for me to say anything.
Yeah. Callison is thinking about all this. He is trying to perceive this because in character, this is the first he's thought of this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only Pallid Elf I've ever met is Turnin, so that's why I mentioned him.
There is one major obstacle standing in our way before any of this can take place, and one which I had sought to resolve myself, which has been made a bit more complicated thanks to the actions in the Vulcan. But as you are aware, with Joranvir's help, we stole a shard whilst under the Sleeping Bloodline, which was placed in the hands of others, and which was then placed in Mount Onda. Precisely.
That's where you come in, Swain.
That knowledge has reached my people, as Samael intended. Now,
Has that knowledge reached the Pallid Elves?
I do not know if they know what it is, and I'm hoping that they do not. However, it was my intention to return after we've completed our business in Lake Hethspire to Rindleton, meet with Trallon, and attempt to resolve this peacefully before war can break out.
Does Trian also want peace?
From what I could tell, they seem reasonable, at the very least.
And he is a
And
person
not
in a
prone.
position of power.
Correct. I do know that the Prescient Knights hold a great sway of importance amongst the Paladins. So I'm hoping that they continue to be reasonable.
So he's the most likely point of contact. So if
Correct.
we're able to talk to
However,
him,
we do need to make sure that the shard is returned before anything else can continue.
Returned to where?
Because me.
Oh.
Because if it remains in their hands, there is no way that the Starless will fight alongside the Pallid Elves.
they don't have to fight alongside. That's the thing.
Right,
They're
but
not fighting
not attack them.
It's a two-fronted war. Even if, yes, I
Right.
agree with you. I'm not saying that they won't. I understand how important that the shard is to your people. But do you think that they would be willing to, like, is that we're absolutely not doing anything, even though the whole stake of our princess's life is at stake? Because there are multiple factors as well. Yes, it is
There
something
are.
that has to be done. But I feel like if we can talk to Trenin and get him on board first, and talk to Joranvir about the plan, just to give him time to process and try to think about it as well, and then if we can make any progress that would then back that up.
It
If
will
you don't
require a
mind
lot of effort.
So don't mind me jumping in quickly. If we have a little bit of time, one of the people part of the Darrow Conclave, they were a semi-respected house in the Pallid Elves. They might have some sway still, although I don't know how well their name has held up over the years.
Right. Well, I think
We
we
have
should start
less
with
than a month.
Trallon. Regardless. The
Okay.
shard needs to be resolved
Can I
first, and
just-
I should not. Sorry, Raina.
No, like you're saying about the shard, that can you help me understand the timeline of what's going on? Because we're currently on the road to get the scrolls and get rid of the magic plague on us, and then within a month, Joranvir is teleporting into the jail. In
Yes.
this time, you want to repair the relationship between elves enough, exchange the shard for a little bit, and then get it back with the same deadline?
Not with the same deadline. I need at least Trannon to have made efforts to take it out of Mount Onda.
Can
But
we-
like that means Joranvir dies.
It depends on the timeline, depends how much we can push it along. I assume Tran has teleportation to Mount Ondi, so the journey back and forth should not be complicated.
It also we need to talk to Trennan first. I understand that these are your hard limitations, but we also need to figure out what they know first.
Right.
If we don't
This
know,
also relies upon me being able to convince my mother of first of all, launching an attack within a month on the stronghold, and second of all, working. And I know he said not directly working, but be willing to cooperate with the Paladels, and of course from them as well.
is the sake of their heir not?
So when you think
enough?
of this, if she knows that Paladels will be launching an attack on the Darakul Empire at this time, she's a queen first and mother second. If I were in her place, would at the exact same point launch an attack on Paladels because I know their powers are elsewhere. Entangled.
That's why we wouldn't be telling her when it's happening.
But then how would she? How would we synchronize that?
We tell them a general time frame, but we wouldn't tell them an exact date because, just like you said, they would end up using that to their advantage in the long run.
So you're expecting them to deploy an army within a month without telling them when?
No, I'm expecting. Yes, they will be told if they agree to it. Telling them the exact date right off the bat will not do us any good.
Yeah, not knowing exact date. I don't think that's gonna matter that much because the army of Paladel has to take longer to get there, right? Because it's closer to the.
You don't know where it is. No one.
Oh,
That's
we
the
don't
problem.
know.
No one knows. Only
not know.
Jarnvir holds the knowledge of where the Emperor of Ghouls hold actually is.
I should not be revealing this information, but I will for the case of this. We have, as in Starless, have an army prepared and ready to launch an invasion of the Paladels as we speak, in order to regain the shards. I held off the invasion to give myself time to try and reclaim it through other means and prevent a war that would more than likely lead to the destruction of both Paladels and Starless elves, as is Samael's intention. So, there is an army prepared. However, it would be very easy for it to be diverted towards the Darakul. Should we be able to at least have concrete reason to believe the shard will be returned to me within a reasonable time frame, and if the Paladels are at least willing to launch an attack, which I cannot speak for, and will be needing to meet with Tranum, to which I'll be returning to Rendleton using my diplomatic position as opposed to anything else,
Diplomatic
in order to
immunity.
hopefully work around the exile imposed on us.
I assume we're talking to Joranvir about this because he's the only one that with knowledge of the location of the Empire.
Correct.
And he also he's a high-level wizard, so he has teleportation. It would make sense to try and employ him in this negotiation as well, and let him know that perhaps there is help with this plan, and it's not as much of a suicide mission if we succeed.
That's why I brought up earlier that I wanted to inform him so that he has time to process, because he doesn't, at least so far, he hasn't made any single decision based off of his emotions. He takes out all of the information that we give him and he breaks it apart into teeny tiny little pieces before he does anything about it.
True, but he also says this is a hard date when I'm doing this with or without you. I am
He
worried
does,
about
which is
that.
why I wanted to tell him as soon as possible, but I wanted the chance to be able to tell
Precisely.
you guys about it.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, like, that sounds very emotional based for me, but, you know, to each
For
their own.
what it's worth, I think this is a good plan, considering the thoughts I've been having about our own initial goal of entering the stronghold. But it will require us to divert all of our efforts towards it after leaving Lake Hathspire, which I have no issues with.
It seems like
I
there's
do-
a lot of stuff that can go wrong with this.
Of course, but there's a lot of things that can go wrong with our other plan.
Very true. I mean, like, there's bigger stakes with that plan. It's not only us, but also, like, 2 other nations involved, which is a...
True, but if this goes right, then far more will be gained from this than simply
And-
rescuing hostages.
And at this point, we're already knowing now that we know that there's literally already a war brewing. We would avoid that. The potential destruction of 2 nations, gaining a shard, gaining our hostages, and taking out, or at least heavily fighting back one of Samael's strongest forces.
I mean, it's ambitious. I like that. I do think that with this in mind, we still need to do as much preparation for the initial plan majority as we can. If this all falls through, we have to be like on our own
preparation
ready.
do we have to do for the current plan? Let's be realistic.
The
We have
ritual
nothing.
scrolls that we need to
That was to beat
discuss
Samael.
The
with
ritual
Claire.
scroll has absolutely nothing to do with that plan with Jordanveer.
But this is one of the things we are going to this island for.
Yes, but this island and those
The only
scrolls have
rumor that
absolutely-
it's in Lake Headspire. You don't actually know the location of the Tempest Souls ritual scrolls.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
rumored
that
that it's
hasn't-
somewhere here. The only thing Jarnveer is bringing you here for, just to clarify, community, because I feel like there may be some misinterpretation. Jarnveer doesn't give a fuck about that. He's bringing you to the Eye of Ruin.
Yeah, we know. But we give a fuck about the scrolls.
Yes, but you're saying that the scrolls have something to do with us, what we're going to be doing with Jordanveer, and they don't.
Well,
Yeah.
personally, I do believe that with how often the saying just pops up, we should get on that as soon as we can, because the next time we might have something to fight him against. Because as you can see, like, he can wreak damage whenever he fucking wants. I do think it's pertinent for us to get those scrolls now.
I don't understand how that goal has anything to do with the other two plans.
It's not
is
to do
what
with the
I'm
two
saying.
plans. It's about us being here, like this location. Because I don't think we're going to be coming back here. You know what I mean?
You're muted, Ruff.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Oh, there we go. May I add that breaking the connection, breaking the sleeping bloodline, will reduce it massively, the amount of control Samael has to wreak damage over us. That alone will reduce that. The scrolls, at least from what Teelan told us, was more to do with the final defeat of Samael, and not just something to do if he decides to turn up, cause a bit of damage, and leave. It was part of the final overall strategy in defeating him.
Part of the banishing behind the Celestial
Yes.
kind of vibe.
So I
Yeah.
do not think that they will come in useful if he decides to turn up, cause a bit of damage, and leave.
Why?
Because we don't
Because
have the
they're about-
ability to carry out those rituals.
I
But we
imagine
don't
the
know the
ritual will take a
rituals
lot
yet.
of time and preparation. We're talking about banishing someone, a celestial being, back to the celestial.
I also can clarify from Teethan's talk, you know from the journal he told you, they're also not complete.
Mhm.
The rituals are partial.
Can you remind me about the thing
Jen's
with the...
frozen.
No, she's not. She's
Oh,
No,
she's
she's not.
No,
Cool.
Can you
She
remind
was
me
for a bit.
about the thing with the Celestial Forge and all that bullshit?
That's the anchor. That's nothing to do with the Tempest Soul. The anchor is
Uh-huh.
that's how you break the anchor that will be on the anchor that in theory will be in place on Jarnveer's daughter.
Right.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
like, just to get all our ducks in a row, we have an incomplete possible ritual scrolls somewhere on the island that are supposed to be able to banish the saint.
Maybe it's something that
maybe.
a rumor.
Yeah, perhaps.
It's like it's a myth even among the Tempest Soul. I'll also put you guys back on the map because I want to preface the on the island is about the same size as Burton as your like rough idea of where they are. You know, the scroll is somewhere within. One second, you guys can't see that.
Also, just because
Within
we know
there.
where the scroll
Yeah.
is doesn't mean that we're going to be allowed.
You also know it's a
To
tomb
wander
buried with
free.
the leader.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get our ducks in a row. So we have this. We have with Joranvir, we getting breaking up the curse, and then going to Hell's for ice shit to melt it. Because when we get to the place with his daughter, we have to break it then and there. Otherwise,
No.
she dies.
No.
No.
An anchor will
'Cause I
live for a
don't
certain amount
remember.
of time. So basically, a soul anchor, generally speaking, doesn't live past 30. That's why Samuel is using someone young.
Hmm.
Hence why Jarvis said I would take it on myself and I would probably die straight away because my soul it would drain too much of my like living soul to at that time. So
He's over 30.
in theory, you could rescue Jarvis' daughter and then start that entire journey. And you don't have to do that like then there because you also have to remember you have to drown if the daughter is made a soul anchor, you have to drown her and then bring her back. It's also I don't believe Jarvis knows too much about this. I don't know if you've told him too much about this yet.
We only talked about with him through the fucking mirror
Yeah.
after that. So I don't
Yeah.
think he knows much about this.
No, he doesn't know anything about this planet. He's going in to just try and get his daughter out because either way, he believes he knows a ritual that could at least transfer the soul anchor to him.
Right, but like the month deadline, I'm just trying to understand like
That just
what's
said
the priority.
he said with or without your help, I will be going in because I like he has an idea of Samael's timeline from when he was a general. And he says
okay.
it's probably happening within this month based on what he knows. He's also waiting to tell you more when he knows he can trust you more. He's also not telling you an awful lot because you're still under the sleeping bloodline.
Yeah.
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 Now, Zamani, is there anything else in terms of this plan, in terms of how you imagine it would function?
I mean, the way that I imagined was that I wanted to bring it up to you, see your idea of
Right.
it, see how you knew how Trannon was feeling. Then based off of that, I wanted to take it to Jornveer because we have to have his support on this. And
need
I
Jornveer's
understand
support.
that he doesn't believe that we're going
Correct.
like we have the ability to do
I mean,
good things, but I wanted to bring it up to him, and then I wanted at least you to go and talk to Trannon. If we could convince Trannon, we could then bring that back to Jornveer as supporting that we have a plan that we are moving forward. And especially like we can't make too in-depth of a plan because we don't know anything about the Paladelf sides of this. But I thought it would be much easier to convince the Starless just because of everything they have invested in what's going on with this already.
We
But
also
I mean, now
don't-
I know that there's also a war brewing that I didn't know beforehand, so I'm also trying to figure out how to factor that into the plan as well.
Mark, you're trying to
we
say
don't have
something.
to. Thanks, Rainier. We don't have to involve Jornveer with
Yes,
this
we do.
section.
Well, we could do.
Not
We
not
need
necessarily.
He's the only one with location to the Darkul Empire
to.
thingy.
Yes.
I could ask the gods. The gods may know.
That's been going so well for you.
Forgive me for saying this, Makersteel, but both Starless and Paladels would place a lot more faith and trust in Arcanist as opposed to an Ascended. Just for disclosure, I think that would probably, I mean, not to say that you shouldn't, but that would probably be more easily received.
So they
And
wouldn't
more
be
easy to
able to
convince
give
them.
us like a pinpoint location on a map, correct?
Yeah,
I
the
don't know
Emperor of
what they
Ghouls
can
is
give.
older than the Ascended Gods.
Yeah.
He's more badass.
I do not know what the gods know.
Okay. Personally, I like that we have options. I do think there's merit in investigating this. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to discuss this with Jornveer only after we break the sleeping bloodline. Because he doesn't trust us now. He keeps himself away, and he's worried that whatever we say might be overheard or used by the dude. So I'm pretty sure we're going to break that and then approach the subject. Am I understanding this correctly?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to break the sleeping bloodline before anything else, naturally,
Yeah,
because that's what we're here to do. And as we're speaking with Jornveer, I mean, he's hiding this whole time. I don't really think we're about to get a handle on him. If we do get a chance, though, maybe bring it up. But he seems very reluctant to even engage with us. So
I think it makes sense for us to follow through with the first step of his plan, to have a better standing with the dude, and then
Right.
say, hey, we have a better option. I
Right.
think that would make him more inclined to listen to us.
I mean, we already have to break the sleeping bloodline regardless.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
Precisely.
when we bring it up with him. Now or after the sleeping curse got yoinked.
As you discuss this, trying to talk back and forward, there's a long sort of like almost theatrically drawn out sigh as Xerxes finished taking a sip from the glass of wine. You all are not very good at communicating.
Tell me about it.
I think what my dearest friend, someone is trying to say is, you're all probably going to die with the Emperor of Ghouls.
correct.
We know this.
And none of you had a plan before this?
No, we do have a plan. Go in, kill the dude, get our people,
That
succeed.
seems
no, we didn't intend-
grossly
we-
incompetent of
We
you all.
didn't intend to kill anyone, preferably. I mean, if we could get away with it without killing anyone,
I
that would
get
be
that.
ideal,
Don't
because
worry.
we don't really want to fight the Emperor of Ghouls. That would be
Trust
suicide.
More than anyone,
Um,
I know about being sneaky.
Right. I think, as far as I was planning forwards, it is more of a stealth attempt to sneak in there, get the hostages, and retreat. As for the plan beyond that, Jarnvir was not telling us much, as you no doubt heard. And something I was hoping to discuss with him post Sleeping Bloodline, to at least gain a bit more of his insight and knowledge on the stronghold that we're going to. But that has not
What
happened
could
yet.
you offer us, Xerxes?
It's vaguely confrontational, and I'm not sure why.
Yeah, she sounds so pissed.
I haven't known Merc long, but I think that's just Merc. I think you're good.
Yeah, that's 100% just me.
She heard that she's like a prophetized chosen one, so she's the shit now. Sorry.
Not quite, Rainier. No, I was more referring to the fact that you are the god of secrets. Surely you have something that may be useful to us. We just need to offer something to you.
Any Darakul been burning secrets recently?
Why do
Yes.
you assume that Xerxes would tell us secrets just because it would help us? You're presuming a
The
lot. Bert.
Darakul burning secret.
You are
that
his
is a
dear
funny
friend,
one.
after all. So,
Your cousins.
Oh,
You
just
said.
because I am doesn't mean any of you are.
yeah.
The stories have always gone that Xerxes, in Host Tavern, you can make trades for information, items.
To be fair,
Other
you didn't really
things.
propose it as a trade just now. You proposed it as,
No,
what
it's
can you offer
very
us?
direct.
So I'm still just getting over the Darakul burning secret. That's just a
I know,
bit
that was a good one,
comical
wasn't
to
it?
me.
That was a.
It was a way of me segueing into it, but
Well, unfortunately for you all, someone among you has been burning secrets. To give me a bit of an insight among you all.
Hmm.
And
thank you, Zamani.
our mutual friend seems to have a good head on their shoulders. I think you should look into it, because there's not Darakul burning secrets, but there are people with things to hide everywhere. To what I can offer. As he very, flourishly gestures to the entire tavern.
You give us the tavern? How generous.
Oh my god,
You
you're
allowed
stupider
us
than
a-
I realized from the notes.
That is a joke, my guy. We had a stand up today. Sorry, I'm on a roll.
You gave us a
Lucky
safe
for me,
place
I'm
to
sitting
talk.
down. Exactly.
We are grateful for it.
You sound still pissed, Mark. We're grateful,
No,
I guess.
no. Merc is trying to stay reserved to a god that is considered the patron deity of tieflings. That Merc has never actually really worshipped.
There's a side eye for that for a second.
Oh, 100%.
It is, I think, one of the major things that will have to occur, though, is, I think, in order to convince my mother, I would need to return.
No, there are many ways to convince rulers to cities. From secrets I have gathered, both worlds below and above.
Really?
I'm well traveled. I think Zamani's plan has a lot of merit. I think for most of you, this may have been the first from the look on your faces that you've thought of it.
In my defense, I'm new. This is all the first I'm hearing most of this shit.
You know what?
You're doing great.
Svein, was it from the? I've heard of you once. You get a pass.
Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it.
In
You know-
my defense, Xerxes, from what you know,
I've heard the
and
most about you, to be honest.
I assumed as much.
There's a little.
The wings keep going.
I told you that it's a secret.
Right. But, as you said, you are very well traveled. I am sure you know enough about my people and about the Palad Elves to know that, in my mind, the potential of an alliance as
I thought you were going to say in your
Makeshift
mind,
as
I'm beautiful,
it-
but okay.
well, you are,
Well,
but
Real
besides
life
the
as
point.
well.
But I'm sure you can understand how preposterous that entire idea would sound. At least me thinking of it without it being raised in the first place.
True. But
Preposterous.
I think, or perhaps you, my prince, my liege. I don't
My
know the
liege.
honorifics that are needed. Your ever so beautiful friend brings you to an ally among all else who could perhaps give you leverage to speak to your mother, dearest, the queen of your people.
Of course.
It is belief among all of your tensions with me, perhaps, that I possess a shard of one of your, you know, the thing.
Of course. That was something I was hoping to speak
I'm
to you
not
about
done.
later, but we're
You
bringing that
thought
up.
my plan was preposterous?
No, I just
No,
like
I thought-
preposterous.
No, not you, him.
No. I said me thinking of it would be preposterous. As I said before, I like the plan.
I think what the dim-witted friend is saying is that his mind wouldn't have come up with it.
Very polite of you, Xerxes.
Oh my god, we all love the plan. Can we move this along?
Anyway, please continue, Xerxes. What were you saying?
You believe I have something of yours.
Mhm.
You could also bring this up to your mother that you have now. So maybe a bow would have been nicer. Your grace, your liege, my holiness. It doesn't matter now, we're past that. I have opened an avenue of conversation with Xerxes. Because you want,
All right.
let's say, illusions, this like large ethereal, like tangly mess of magic.
Ooh, does Cal go like Frodo, like mine, like that thing? Bilbo, sorry, Bilbo.
No.
No.
As again, it just, the magic kind of flies across the room and just dissipates. I feel like not knowing where but one within the Hallowed Stronghold, as you say, Mount Ontai. Beautiful place. Good wine. But that you know where another is, and perhaps a conditional offering of an open of conversation could be had if the backing of a certain ascended hero were to be within this realm of knowledge.
I think I might also have an idea about another one.
I'm not confirming that it is a shard. This is a
Right.
beautiful rumor of your people. The artifact
It
of
is.
ascension is, you know. Well, you all know. Look at me.
Yes.
Didn't you like use it up? Did you just like nom on it to become a god?
No,
No, you're right. I
does.
stuck it right up my ass, and all the magic is mine.
That's how it works, Cal. I'm sorry.
That fool put one in his face. Wrong place.
Sounds
Yeah,
sanitary.
I get a headache if I stare at it too long.
Oh, you do? I don't.
I have a question, Mr. Xerxes. Do you know
Mr. Stran.
where, Mr. Stran? Do you know where the prison is with all its secrets?
I mean, you would have thought that would have been one of the first questions when I brought you all in here to talk about this, and we all started bickering among yourselves, talking over each other. Don't
That's our
breathe
hobby.
more. Drink wine when you speak. It brings the conversation much better. Yes.
Well,
That's what I
that
was
I
alluding
love.
to, guys, the whole time. Like, when I said that first thing that I said, that's what I was alluding to. You all
Okay.
shut me down. You
Yeah, but you
Your
like
fault.
said, "Hey,
Not
fucker,
Xerxes.
give me your secrets."
No, I did not.
You basically did. A
The
little
last
bit.
time I had mortals in here, they were much more polite.
Hey, that's also us. You didn't know that.
Sorry.
Anyway, let's continue. I mean, I'd like to hear what you have to say about this.
I do need to speak with you, Calicindia, as well, just about other things. You know,
Of course, it would be an honor.
mutually
Oh, sorry,
beneficial
sir.
arrangements.
Of course, my liege.
It's
Is that a
not.
bit better? Is that
Everyone
better?
knows you
Sarcasm.
curtsy to a god.
Don't show sarcasm.
Well, that's why I
to God,
bowed.
Callum.
Oh, that's just sassy. I don't. You know what? I like
I
it a
thought
little
you'd
bit.
like that one.
Is this why you don't pray to me?
Visibly cringing over there. No, sexy. I mean,
No, I'm talking to Mercestian. Is this why you don't worship me? Is this why I wasn't put in the lottery wheel of who gets your attention? Is it the humor? Is it the humor?
I don't. I didn't really have a choice.
It's okay, Xerxes. I'm teaching her humor now. She'll learn to appreciate it. Don't you worry. Give her time.
I didn't choose my gods.
Well, you can't choose a teacher, apparently.
Yeah, especially not one that got plane shifted.
Wow.
I feel
Putting
like I
that
have something
card.
to do with that.
I see.
My daughter.
Regardless, we-
we.
Feel like I'm catching all of your stupidity.
Yeah, it is contagious.
From what I know from what Samani has told me, the plan is to talk to the Palados. A unity between Starless and Paladin. Honestly, cat and dog. Who knows what will happen? But
Is there a video playing in your background?
mine,
Yeah, I'm like tripping balls. I'm like thinking, is there something?
Yeah, I think there was a little bit.
I was
I
about to
just shout
write
out
in
the
chat,
kitchen.
like, whatever
Okay,
that is.
cool. I was like,
Yeah.
is this me? Like, what? Okay, sorry.
Same. Wicked same.
I'm sorry to distract. I was
no,
just getting
it's
worried.
absolutely definitely. If I can't hear it with my headset on, obviously I don't have feedback.
Yeah,
Um,
you're good.
Palados,
Cats and
like
dogs.
cats and dogs. I don't think they're ever going to be best friends. But this Tranan of yours, leader of the Prescient Knights, that is an interesting fellow. They've surrounded themselves with many people, few of which have told me things of them. I don't think they wish for war more than you do. So perhaps it is something to look into. As for your friend, Jornavir, not someone who's ever paid me worship. What I can say, though, is from, admittedly, some people may call it spying. I think perhaps Samani is correct. Tell them now. You already know this, so how can him knowing about it make him worried you're going to be used against it with the sleeping bloodline when it's already something you have thought of? The knowledge is there, unless you want me to wipe it all away and leave you a drooling pile of brainless mess. I don't see the harm.
Neither.
Thank you.
I'm only trying to get a hold on the cacophony of crosstalk and splinters of a plan thrown out between everyone. You wish to talk to Tran. You wish for this to happen after you've broken the sleeping bloodline. Why? Why can't you talk to Trenin before?
As in now.
I mean,
I didn't
how
mean-
you can.
Wait, but how so?
You have the
Teleportation.
book.
Right, but his name isn't in the book.
Oh, you only can.
Teleportation.
He Cersei just furls wings again. Just a literal god standing right here.
Precisely, but that was
I
not
like
an
this guy.
option open to me beforehand. Unlike now.
No, you know
Neither
what?
was the plan. No. Neither was the plan. None of this has been an option to you before now.
Precisely. Which is why I hadn't spoken to Trannon.
Exactly.
previously.
Look, we'll move past that.
Sorry, Zamani, what does...
You were acting as if you knew about this before.
No, in regards to
the
me
help
speaking
of a
about the
literal
shards.
god standing in front of us was an option. a god that I happen to be pretty good friends with. I'd like to think, at least.
Well, a little, at least.
You know.
I think
Well,
what
no,
Zamani
you're
is
quite
trying to
right, I
say
didn't-
is
No, that was...
it's time to start considering that there is more ways than a book to speak to people.
Right. No, absolutely. I think perhaps you misunderstood what I said before, but that is quite all right.
I wish... Wait, perhaps this isn't perfectly clear by me opening hosts into you. I'm willing to help.
Oh, I think I hope we all know that. No, I hope.
Okay, I feel like what Cal is saying is we know that you're helping and we appreciate it, but we don't know the extent. It doesn't seem like something we can, hey, can you teleport us? It seems like a little bit below your level. I feel
I
like
think
that's what he's trying to say.
What I meant before we came to the inn here, I did not realize that was an option open to me because I had not met you. Which
Also-
is
That seems
think
like a
fair.
you problem, but that's
That's-
okay. I won't
which
fault you
is,
for it.
now that I have met you, I'm better for it.
It is a skill issue. You're right.
That was more my point. I had not met you before coming here, so
Again, everyone has their
Obviously.
flaws. One, you now have one less.
Zamani, I get it. This guy's cool.
Yes, I'm talking through this slowly. Correct. I'm bringing us there. It's all about the story. Let me weave my narrative.
It's all a big journey.
A little bit of suspense. Just,
Big journey through Quentos.
what is the reveal without, the dramatic pause? Where was I? Anyway, you could speak to Trannan. You said you have to deal with this sleeping bloodline before you. Yes, you do. However, just because you're on this ship doesn't mean you have to be on this ship. I don't know what that noise was for.
I don't know what that noise.
Do you wish to
is for either.
interject? Does someone
No.
else want to interject?
No, I've got nothing. This is all on Mac.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it was
it
an
meant to.
Here's
agreement.
where we're going to be civilized people.
Mhm.
Everyone take a sip of your drink and we're going to continue the conversation. Breathe. Drink.
It's empty.
I feel like I'm frustrating you, but that's okay. I like that. You see, Zamani and I have been fast friends of recent. Perhaps. But only today I felt magic of mine being used. Magic bestowed by me. You've seen this. When you were fighting that, I have no idea what it was. I am not the best with the word.
Big
A
fish.
horrible vor worm. That's fine.
That
It
works
was a
too.
guardian, technically, but
Sorry, a horrible vor worm guardian. Better?
The
Yeah.
HVWG. Perfect. Now that I have her here, I can bestow more power. You wish to talk to Trannan. He doesn't sleep. I get it. Busy man.
Yes. Elf.
Teleportation is much below me. You are correct. Name a person who said that who doesn't worship me. However, for a champion, perhaps it is not below me.
Champion. Was that? Did I do that? That's the mine right now.
Dramatic pause, sip of wine. Perfect. You wish to speak to Trannan. I can get you there. With a little help of a friend. Not you, it's another champion, don't. I'm only messing with you. It's you.
Thank you.
Won't be able to use it every time, but a small boon granted for now. Get you to and from the ship. But who all really needs, from what I'm following, Calisinde, you wish to speak to Trannan about this. So,
Correct.
in the morning, perhaps, the Mani could bring you to speak to Trannan.
Perfect.
Does that sound perfect? So we're through that step. Perfect. We're getting there. Breathe. This isn't belated breath. You can breathe.
Take a sip of wine as well.
If it so inclines, yes.
Hold on, I'm
Oh,
taking notes.
always.
This is so difficult.
Just
Take a
as
sip
we're
of
getting
wine.
through on the steps, yeah.
Let's see. You're failing that
different
part,
to when
by
I
the way.
talk to my gods. This is so different to the council.
Yes, I'm very aware of what the major gods are like.
They seem quite stuffy. Just to be a little.
They were.
They've been
You
good
speak
to
to Tranan, and then, from my knowledge, you can speak to your mother. You can request her to dream.
Correct.
Here's what I offer for my help in this plan. I can make Zamani able to teleport.
Mhm.
You need a shard brought to you in a timely manner before Jornvir has a date set in mind. A being that will not lose its literal mind for transporting. I can be
Right.
that.
So he's saying, I can take the shard, is what he's saying right now.
Yes.
Yeah?
He's saying he can transport
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
it. Yeah.
What's he saying?
If-
Give me
if
the
you-
shard, I'll take it
If you
wherever
have
it
an
needs to
argument,
go.
bring it up in character.
I just
Yeah,
can I
Rainier has an
inside
issue.
him?
Yeah, if Rainer has an
You know
issue,
what, you
I'm
inside a
great
god.
at insight. Yeah, I'm great inside, but I will try because that sounds so. That's 8.
You've never believed someone more.
No, that's not true. Like that does not. That is
no,
not.
seriously.
He
If,
doesn't
if
seem
you
like he's
feel
lying.
suspicious about it, bring
I'm
it
not
up.
gonna tell that when he's here. I'm not an idiot. No, I'm not gonna talk about it
Right.
in front of him. Hey, I don't believe you. I'm gonna say, of course, of course.
Unless
you
you have a
really-
better idea to transport the shard.
No, of course not.
Because you're going to tell them what it is.
Of course, I'm going to tell Tran everything.
So they will know what they have. But you said they
Precisely.
probably do not.
Correct, unless they have a means of identifying it, which I do not know, once again. That is actually helping me out quite a lot. I had struggled over that a little bit. I was thinking I'd have to somehow be smuggled into Mount Ondi or something, or however it was, but that resolves that issue. I assume, considering you have offered your help thus far, that you will be honest with this and transport the shard to me.
I have no need for a shard of an old god. What would I do with it? Other than ascend to godhood, which, it seems redundant doing it twice.
It does, but with the artifact of ascension, whether that is or not, you made sure that it is kept in your possession, secret, and away from everything. You may do it again.
False information, but okay.
What is the
I
deal?
do not have it. I just do
No,
not
but
carry
you-
artifacts of ascension on me at all time.
No, but you did hide it, right? That is the legend that goes along. You do
Oh,
make
I
sure
stole
it's
it,
kept a secret.
And I stole
Yeah.
the knowledge of everything to do with it.
Right, but then you didn't hide it, and you don't have it on you.
No, I hid it, but I was saying falsehood, I
Right.
do not have it on me.
Right,
Don't
I
carry
didn't
it.
think you carried it on you. That would be a bit
Imagine
Well, I
if you
mean,
were just
are,
standing
Cal,
in
to
it.
be fair.
unnecessary.
To be fair, Cal, you are.
Well, if that theory
Is
is
it carrying
correct.
if it's inside his
You know what? You're right, I did say it
Right.
was in my butt. You're all right.
Yeah. I mean
Right.
that's
We
what
got
I'm
him.
carrying.
All right.
You've got it. However,
But back to the plan.
But,
That seems
okay.
good.
the money. What else do you need for your plan? Do you think? Hearing what your friends have to say, what else would you need?
So we have a way to transport. That's covered. A way to transport the actual shard itself. That's covered.
Do we still need to be stealthy for this? We would still need to be stealthy in your plan, yeah?
I
To
have
an
that
extent,
covered.
but not nearly as much. But I
Mhm.
believe that Spain has the ability to help with that quite extensively, actually.
Because I'm not quiet.
I can deal with your not quiet, because also clinky clanky.
My only
Okay.
worry is the ability to convince the powers that be of our plan.
I don't think you can convince Mount Ondai. That seems out of your hands. That seems to be with Trannon.
Precisely.
But if you have a second shot, and as I was saying, an argument of a third to say that an ascended hero is backing this for his champion,
Is
the
there any
argument
way
could be made that I don't need the shot. If it is, which honestly, who knows?
Who knows? You took that
Is
knowledge.
there any way I can prove that claim? That's the only thing I can think of that they would ask me to prove that claim.
To prove you are backed by me?
Yes.
To
prove that you
Prove
backed the
that she's a
plan.
champion.
I can work on something.
Everything else, I think that we could, if we have a good enough plan, if we can be convincing enough, and if we can work together enough, I think that we can get through. I just need to be able to prove that to them.
Slightly aside, but I was going to ask you about this anyway. But Zamani, returning to Trannon with you, I was going to see if you wanted to join me, because I think it may actually help to have a voice on the matter that isn't, well, starless.
Well, now you can join
Neutral
me.
party.
Precisely, now I can join you with your plan.
Perhaps the proof could be that the champion of Xerxes facilitated this trade.
How much of what is shared in this room becomes knowledge to people outside of it, patrons and the like, that may not be included?
Xerxes doesn't hide things in the mind, he hides them in the heart.
That's such an anime line.
Yeah.
That
Take a
really
look.
is.
It's true.
So anime. Holy shit.
Everything's
I
a
don't
secret.
understand that, but I think that's just because I'm tired.
I move with my heart.
It's all secret. You don't have to worry about any of it.
Okay.
Even just looking towards
Nice.
Xerxes, do we have to be concerned about certain powers that be?
No, and that's why I
You mean
need to speak to you.
Samael?
Right.
No, not
Oh,
Samael.
okay. Mhm. He is a power that be. He really
He
does
do
be.
be power.
Should we briefly...
He be fucking annoying.
Well, if we wish to address it publicly, we can.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
No.
I don't know if everyone else here would be suited for the task.
I will retire to my lovely prepared room then. Thank you for everything, Xerxes.
You're most welcome. I would say it was a pleasure to meet your friends, but it was not. Apart from Svein. Svein gets a pass. We just met him.
Yes. Get a pass.
Well, that gives me something else to work on in time then, Xerxes.
Everyone else
Hopefully
can go
one
to
day.
their room, but you will not find a handle on your door yet. We need to talk.
Of course.
I give Cal a nice pat on the shoulder and I go off to my room.
Nice meeting you, Xerxes and host. Merc does a very nice curtsy as she trots upstairs.
But as each of you peel off, one of the many graces will follow you to guide you to your room until it is but Cal and Xerxes left.
So,
So,
I do know what you wish to speak to me about, as I think is evident between the two of us.
I will point out, I do not like when people start conversations with so. It just sets an awkward air to it. Just so, well,
Right.
Xerxes, we are going to try and take down a trade between two regions.
Right. Correct. Well, Xerxes, we are about to take down 2 regions of hell, which sounds overwhelming, slightly, but
Your friend dying was a big complication in that. I have been
Yes, it
working
was.
with Zamani to try and facilitate this trade and have something to secure the soul as it happens, as it's not going to go to the Lord of Decay.
thank God for that. For what it's worth, I did what Zamani requested, and I did research in the archives of Arisamra. I didn't find much applicable. However, I found parts of the names of both the Lord of Decay and the Lord of Disintegration, which I'm sure you may have knowledge of, being the...
Oh, I know so much more than
Lord of
you
S-
could ever realize.
I assume so. That is your
You,
purview, after all.
the Lord of Disintegration. It's a so-so. But
Right.
I will say there has never been someone without history that I have enjoyed pissing off more than, my dearest, the most beloved, little baby brother, the Lord of Decay.
I did hear that, right.
Yeah, so if you know my name now, you know. Please tell me you're intelligent enough to put it together.
Oh my god. Zolvatharan Stran.
Why did you say it out loud? Now his door is open and he's walking. No, I'm just messing.
Well, that is a revelation, I suppose, and that is immeasurably powerful. I do not know how much you know, but he still has somewhat of a sway over my soul, which he has said he'll return once Zamani is broken with Lord Disintegration.
You have siblings, you get it. You get why I'm doing this.
Of course, entirely. I was the youngest. I was, well, on the receiving end of similar pranks, but
Your older siblings also stole souls of your warlocks?
I
have
realized
my
as I
deepest
said
sympathies.
it. I realized as I said it, probably very different. Probably very, very different, but
That being said, you do need to, as he kind of looks to make sure everyone's gone to their rooms, even though it's more just like his own dramatic flair. He knows they've
Of course,
gone.
of course.
He knows this domain very well. Your friend, dead, gone, kaput, gone, no more. So that trade of the magic artifact is not happening. The Lord of Decay will reach out to you for perhaps a different idea to trade.
right.
I have ideas, but you and I will have to discuss this. And perhaps we can make it worth your while. You're looking for 7 shards. You only know the location of a few.
Correct.
That's where we're going to end the session, as I do notice the time now. Yep, unfortunately I do have to go, so if you'd like to, so thanks to people who, Lord Zecharius, Archangel Grendel, I think that's Anchor 5. People who followed today, thank you so much. It's very cool to have you. Thank you for the 10 bits. We'll be back on Wednesday to do a little bit of a world building stuff, and we'll be back next Monday, hopefully, unless I somehow just get hit by a bus by then, to continue
No, don't
further.
you dare.
Hopefully.
That was wildly
Touch wood,
specific.
that doesn't
Look,
happen.
it's wildly specific. It's running in traffic. It's a hobby.
Bus
But I do
number
have to go.
17 and
Getting isekai'd on the daily,
Yeah.
I see.
See you, everyone.
But yeah, we'll see you. Bye.